shofar.
And everything you should do is in Yah's name. You've got to do everything that he says in his name.
Yeah.
Woo. Praise Yah.
Praise Yah.
Praise Yah.
Romans 11:5. That's what we was talking about, that remnant.
Praise Yah. Praise Yah.
Praise Yah. Thank you, Yah.
Praise Yah.
Yes. Romans 11.
Shalom! Welcome to Mashiach's Assembly! Don't forget, shoes off at the door!
Respect Yah's house.
Hey, Maya is so. Hey, Maya is so. Toraba, 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 Yahaya. Toraba, 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 Yahaya. Praise Yah!
Praise Yah.
We sing praises to your name. Oh yeah. We sing praises to your name. Oh yeah. For your name is great and greatly to be praised. Praise Yah.
Praise Yah.
We sing.
All praise to the Most High. All right, let me get myself together. Let me get myself my mic over here. Let me pull that over a little closer. Let me situate myself. All right, let's go. All right, oh, I'm big on the screen. Usually I come in small. I didn't know I was that big. All right, there we go. All right, peace and blessings to everybody. Peace and blessings of the Most High to you all. Let's get started with tonight's show. Tonight's show, Kanye's new handler exposed. Title is, Who is this guy? I had some other titles for it as I try to search out. I had another one. It's called Kanye Confesses to His, whatever. We're going in. But I do got a disclaimer tonight. There is going to be some shocking info, right? So I'm going to give the disclaimer. So it's going to be something not too fluffy. The whole, right? It's going to be, y'all know, we're going to be exposing something tonight that's happening in the world, and it's really, really dark, all right? So I'm just going to give that disclaimer. That's going to come out tonight. As, you know, when I do a title, we always address the title, and then I bring more content. This is a live stream, not a video. So we're on a live show, and people come in a little later as they wake up in other countries and stuff like that, right? As they come into the house. So could y'all please, this early, try to give a like to the live stream so that others can know we live, and we can kind of get through the shadow ban a little bit, and we can get others around the world can find out that we live, and let's get going, right? All right, so welcome to Divine Discussions. Tonight, every Wednesday, we have Divine Discussions, and then on Friday, I'll be back to the exposing. We're doing the creation of Christianity series, from the Hellenists to the Greeks to the Romans, from the original Hebrew manuscripts, how they created this religion, all right? How they took it over and created it, actually, all right? So everybody, welcome to Divine Discussions. Welcome to Divine Discussions with Mashiach Assembly Ministries. All right, Divine Discussions. Divine Discussions. Time to divinely discuss some lifetime events and give some spiritual answers to the Most High children's questions from all over the world. Welcome to Divine Discussions. Facts. All right, Divine Discussions. I think we on episode, I don't know. We probably like at 130 or something, 40 or something like that. Let me do my present, invite guests, copy, go to the comments. Hold on. Comments. Why didn't the comments show up? Comments. There we go. Oh, let me close that. Okay. Let me put my Control V, Enter. All right. It's going to be a great study. Shalom, Sister Phyllis Richards. Shalom, Johanna Kwam, Brother Jacob Castro, Stefana Yah. Shalom, everybody. Sorry, I'm just Kayala Yah. I'm just scrolling up a little bit. All right. So we're about to get started. Shalom Hakyama. All right. It's time for us to get to work. All right. Shalom Elder Yahya Zan. All right. And Yanapa. All right. So now it's going to be, like I said, it's going to be Shalom Maraba Yah. It's going to be a very important lesson, and some things are going to be exposed. Something really dark is going to be exposed tonight. Shout out to Sister, oh, that's Johanna Kwan. Sorry. I know Eliza Yao usually come in, Avila, Yala Yat, Yaran, right? Oh, there's a new sister who found us. How do I find, I don't want to get the name wrong. There was a new sister who found us, and she says she's brand new to the awakening. And she says her boyfriend or her husband hasn't awakened yet, but she has awakened, and she went back all the way to some of the old videos. And I want to give a word out to the sister. Let me see, how do I find it? Go here. She let me see, I'm trying to find her name. I don't want to mess it up. All right, go there. What is that? Get out of that. Go there. Adenola. So Sister Adenola. All right, and she I think she was a rapper too. I think yeah, I think she's a rapper too. So Sister Adenola, I think her rap name is Aladdin Doll, I think, or yeah, something like that. Aladdin Doll or Aladdin the Brat or something. Shout out to Aladdin or Alandola. I think that's the same person. A new sister. Hold on. She wrote, I love, oh wow, so she wrote another message. Okay. She watched, I think, one of our first videos. And she says, I love being covered up. If I can be reborn again, I would, and I would be like in the days that of the Most High Yah, in Yah days. She commented on the demonic anal worship video. Oh, good. So just the other comment. She says, all praises to the Most High Yah. The Most High Yah led me to you, my brother, through, I think she says TCA, and I'm so glad to have been led to you both. I am awakening to the truth, and I'm still a baby, so please pray for me because my husband hasn't awakened yet. I now know why Yah had me I know now why the Most High Yah had me to buy longer shirts to cover my butt and wraps for my head. So thank you, Elder, for sharing the truth. I want to learn all that I can. Praise the Most High. For those who are awakening, Zayana told me it's another sister on TikTok that's just awakening, brand new babies. So you have to be very careful, Latin doll, as there's so much confusion as well. As you know, even TCA then went into another direction. So as we come out of the lies that we've been told and the confusion and the religion, right, of all the religion, whether it was Christianity, Islam, that's crazy. We got something, tonight's lesson got something, you're going to learn something about Islam. So I honestly, tonight, Islam got some explaining to do. Shout out to Wrist Fly, Sister Shmurra, Brother Warren. All right, thank you. Right? Islam tonight, you know how usually somebody got some explaining to do. Oh, Islam got some explaining to do tonight. So shout out to my brother Bilal over there on Facebook and stuff. But shout out to any of the Islamic brothers and sisters, right? But they gonna y'all got some explaining to do tonight. Y'all gonna see, right? it's some serious explaining to do. Okay? All right. And all right, so I don't want to give away what's coming out. So, and then so to the sister Latin doll, you please continue because the algorithm is going to send you other like awakened videos and like Israelite channels and all that, and you're on a journey coming out of all the lies of religion, Christianity or whatever religion it was, or atheism or whatever, or New Age, universalism, whatever. But there's a journey, and when you go from one spot, you're going to get to a next spot. And that doesn't mean that has the whole truth, but you're kind of like peeling back layers. So be fluid and keep yourself in the position that as I learn, I got to be also fluid, able to discard, empty my old wineskin. Don't hold on because you learn that at this stage. As you go, you're going to be coming out of maybe she's coming out of Christianity, then you're coming out of the tongue, the English tongue. You're going to be learning, but you're probably going to step right into the Yiddish kind of tongue of Hebraic, right? Then you're going to probably step into the Canaanite Babylonian tongue, right? And then all of the right. That's where you're going to get to the Elohim and the Yahu's and all the right. And but don't marry the stuff that you are learning on the journey, right? It's part of your progress. It's part of your journey, but don't just hold on. The only thing you need to hold on is that I'm seeking the truth, nothing but the truth, so help me Yah. That's the only thing to hold on to, is I'm seeking Amayat. And you have to be fluid. So if you watch the old videos, you'll see me calling on different things during my journey. But I haven't become old wine. I haven't let my wineskin bust and stale wine. People will hold on. And then with it, you go from one transgress era to another era and stay there. And a lot of people done that. They're stuck. You got a whole bunch of Israelites are united in Christ, right? They're gathered in Christ. They're calling, it's a real gray area going on where they don't care. They calling on the Lord and all this stuff. And it's like, but whatever. So the journey is to come all the way to the Most High. And that journey is a journey of removal, eating the fruit, spitting out pits, of emptying the wineskin over and over so it don't get stale. You got to be fluid, like mayam, water. All right. And in this house, that's where you never let the algorithm they'll unsubscribe you. They won't give you the notifications. And then you'll start learning other stuff and it'll actually take you away. So you have to, yep, man, I went through looking and I gotta, hold on. I gotta go look at that lesson. All right. Yeah. So, praise the Most High for everyone on your journey, right? All right, so blessings to all of you all that are really awakening, because this house, we're bringing you back to the Most High. We ain't bringing you back to another religion or a culture. We ain't bringing you back to the worship of your flesh or your melanin or your coiled hair, your black skin. We're bringing you back to the Most High. Within that, there is culture, right? There is nations of people, right? But we're bringing you back to the oneness of the creator of all things, and that will lower you and humble you so that you can be the light and bring others to the creator of all things. You see? All right, so anyway, I just wanted to bring that out. All right, thank you, Hakiyama, for giving the link to the sister. All right, here we go. So tonight, I'm gonna do my little intro that'll hopefully give more people time to come in, and then we're gonna get started with the thumbnail. Oh, let me put the thumbnail up. All right. So we're gonna share screen, right? All right, bang, share. All right, that's the thumbnail, and let me get it sized right. Okay. Now that's getting in my way. Okay. Get it sized right. All right. There we go. All right. Now the thumbnail. I know some of y'all like, okay, huh? Yeah, we got some splaining to do about the thumbnail, right? I know some of y'all like, okay, that thumbnail got some splaining to do, right? All right. So his thumbnail says Kanye's handler, right? And like, who is this? Who is this? Ah! Oh, Bilal here. Shout out to Bilal. Shout out to my brother Bilal over there on Facebook. T4L, Bilal. All right. So Bilal, we we got some explaining to do with some of, I know you're a righteous man, right? Praise the Most High. But again, same thing in any culture, in any religion, you got your despots, right? Or you got your dark stuff that's going on. That's why our job is to form everyone with a relationship with the creator of all things, not with a religion, not with a doctrine of men. So tonight, unfortunately, in the culture or the religion of Islam, something really I didn't know this, but it's gonna come out tonight. So anyway, look at this dude. Yo, Bilal, would you look at this? Look at this. So most of y'all probably don't even know what that is on his head, right? So for us not to get flagged, because these are the people, these are the people right? This is a black man who's converted to the religion of Judaism. Okay? Now, and be careful what y'all write in the chat too. The words y'all write. All right. We don't want to get ourselves, because it's crazy. They mess with me. I literally just download this video that I'm gonna have to break down somehow because I know I can't show it. But it's on YouTube and it has 300,000 views and it's talking about these people and it's saying their name. It's doing, and I said, but if I even hint at something, they literally write me and take my stuff down. They just on me like a hawk. And they won't even let me get to the masses. They shadow ban me, but it's crazy. It's just, and I'm literally got the video. I was like, okay, I can't even play this video because they'll block me, but it's on there and they got 300,000 views, but whatever, right? Whatever. Cry me a river, right? So anyway, so this dude, now the funny thing is one day I'm going to break him down. Now, when I break him down, his story is crazy. He from California, so Cali, y'all can take this L right now. Shout out to Cali. Shout out to Elder Tamaya, Cali, and Delara Shaw, my California family. Cali can take this L right now, right? No, and that's funny. I can't. This thing costs about, I think it's like, sorry, I'm about to give a crazy number, but I know it's something like $30,000, 20,000, maybe even $50,000. And it's not what you call Ashkenazi, Uish. Those who say they are the tribe of Judah and are not. This is one of those hats, and this is the most expensive one. It's the one so you'll see them walking around with this big thing on their head. It's about $20,000, $30,000, maybe even 50. All right, for this, right? Now, this dude, the funny thing in the world is this dude is from Cali. Now, this is crazy work right here. Because when I break him down, and I got to be careful because look at the title. He's their poster boy. That culture of people over there in the land called Yarashalam, right? I gotta be careful what I say. Everybody else can say it all day. They can just say that, the J, the E's, they can say all that. Me, I say anything and it's a wrap, right? So anyway, now this is funny. This is real funny. Cali's not accepting any L's today. That's how Yana Kwan said. We ain't accepting no L's. Cali got to take this L. Cali and but y'all really don't get an L. Well, yeah, you do because it's one of your own. But we just laugh. We joke about that, right? Everyone takes an L. New York take a little bit of an L tonight too, right? New York takes a little bit of L. Guess who New York gets a little L. Cali gets a little L, and the Muslims, Islam's gets a big L, and yeah. But anyway, let me So yeah, the ooh-ish, right? All right, so now this dude, when I do a story, it's crazy, but I got to make sure they don't flag me when I'm messing with him because they're using him as a poster boy. He's from Cali, right? He was a rapper. He is a good rapper. He got a dope song. It got like 30 million views. Listen, right? He got a dope song. I was gonna play it, but I don't wanna get this strike. So he was a rapper in Cali, right? And he had modeled him. He actually a good rapper. He made himself the California Biggie Smalls. And he's heavy set. He looked like Big back then. So when he first came out, he was coming out like the Cali version of Biggie Smalls, right? And he was good. He's rapping, right? And he was hustling too. He had many different hustles trying to find a hustle, right? So he was like scamming and selling products and he was doing all this stuff all over the place, right? And the funny thing is I know his story and I tried to find it. I don't know if he took it down, I don't know what, but I knew his story back because I was shocked from about 4 years ago, 3, 4 years ago, right? So he was doing okay with his music on YouTube in Cali, and he was always finding different hustles. It reminded me of that that video we did with that African dude, the one that's in where's that Canada, the one who put the tent out in Canada and they trying to get him out of there. He says his name is Akubobo or something. What y'all remember that video? He dressed up. He had the twigs in his hair and right. But when we went back, he was an opera singer. He was a this. He was a that. He looked like Kid and Play. He looked like Kwame at one time. This how he reminded me. He was searching. So somehow in his journey, he nope, this not Gorilla Black. Yeah, right? Don't it look like Gorilla Black? Nope. Y'all never even heard of this dude, and he's huge now. I'm talking about he got like 10 million views on one of his videos. His music video. I'm explaining. He got a music video about the Wish people, but it's crazy. This is crazy work. But let me just explain. So I'm gonna do it one day if I can. If I could find the thing, I think I probably saved it if he didn't take it down or if they don't strike me from trying to, show his thing, his expose him, right? So anyway, in his journey, he found a niche to play to the Ashkenazi convertites, the ooh-ish people, right? Y'all know what I'm talking about, right? he I guess he found like, okay, well, it's a gap because the so-called black Hebrew Israelites are saying they the people and everybody's and but if what if I like become one of them, right? So he actually became one of them. Like he wears the little small hat on his head. It's crazy work. Y'all gonna see, right? So anyway, he he became one of them and he made a song and he walks around dressed like them with all the black on and everything. And the only thing he don't got is his side curls, right? And so it because he found a hustle. He went all in and he's good at his rap and he made a dope song. It's called it's really dope. That song is popping. I wanted to play it. It's really popping. And he's all in over there in Israel in the land and they all following it. He got the socks on, the long black socks, the all black suit. He got the all the hats. He looked and he looked like and so it's but he's a grifter. He was a hustler. So I'm like, so it's crazy work. So anyway, so you're gonna see who his name is and everything tonight, right? So yeah, and it's funny thing, his name is Black. You're gonna see it because I didn't even hide his thing. I should have did it, but I didn't even hide his thing because I'm like, if anybody go, because this whole channel is about promoting that culture of people. But he says he's one of them because he converts. Now it's so crazy because actually more than likely his actual lineage. That's his actual culture. But anyway, he found the hustle and they receive him because, yep, he doing the dance and everything. He does everything. Like he's hustling. It's no joke, right? So, and he became big. So he's that poster child for if you want, if you want to be down with us, this is what you got to do. All right. So anyway, you're gonna see him tonight. So, all right. Now, he'll come out. Now, the thumbnail, Kanye's new handler, right? Who is this? All right. Let me get started. Let's get started. So tonight's lesson, Kanye West is at it again. He's on the main stage again, right? But he got a new face beside him now. Silent but strategic. So the question always comes up and remains, who really controls the controllers? Who really, hold on, let me turn my mic up. Who really controls the controllers? All right? Who's really in control? All right, that's the question that always remains. Luke 4:5 says, the devil, taking him up into a high mountain, showed him all the kingdoms of the world and said, all this power will I give to thee. If thou therefore wilt worship me. Now, this is what Hasatan, the adversary, took the Messiah, the Mashiach, up on the mountain and said, showed him all the kingdoms of the world. He said, I give you all this power if you will worship me. See, that offer never expires. That offer never expired. It just changes the wardrobe. It just changes its outfit. See, behind all the smiles and the suits is an ancient trade, always in play. Influence they will give you for your obedience. They'll give you celebrity for your silence of the truth. They call it today branding, but the scriptures calls it bondage. It's the same transaction, the same one that the adversary, the serpent, offered to Eve in Eden. Same one. Knowledge, fame, God status, minus the obedience to the instructions that the Most High told her. Shout out to Yeshalayah, Shalayam, right? Ecclesiastes 5 says, suffer not thy mouth to cause thy flesh to sin, neither say thou before the angels, the Malaks, that it was an error. Wherefore should the Most High be angry at thy voice and destroy the work of thine hands? Suffer not thy mouth to cause thy flesh to sin. Ecclesiastes 5:6. Shalom, Yeshalayah, we was looking for you in the private study yesterday. We was looking for the email. Hakyama said so if you ever wanted to join, it's not private, the house, which I think you should. I think you should when you get a chance. Just email me so we can send you the link to it. Because I think in my spirit you belong in the house. That's where the real growth of and transition comes through. All right. So now the Ecclesiastes says, suffer not thy mouth to cause your flesh to sin. See, the entertainment world and the new modern world of celebrity, it runs on agreements, covenants. Okay, you're welcome. I got you. Right? It works on paperwork, legal on paper, right? But spiritual in its principles. So you might sign a physical legal paper, but you're actually making a spiritual covenant. And letter by letter, clause by clause, the will of the person is rewritten in an invisible spiritual ink as they sign these contracts, these celebrities. Okay? At the Tuesday class starts at 9, same time, 9, right? 9 to 9:30. Yep. And all you got to do is email me to Sister Shamaria. That's where you'll see. Y'all, when you get a chance, join it. You'll understand once you get there. All right. We come here on Alive as a body we call this the battlefield, to battle all these dark spirits and to reach the Most High's children over the world. But we're built up on the Tuesday. That's where I can show the things that I can't show here. Right. That's when you can get the raw and cut because they censor me here. Right. That's where the real growth happens. But praise Yah that we have this space that we can reach everybody else worldwide. But that's why we're so ahayad and one. And that's where also the tongue is taught, the language, everything. So praise the Most High. All right. So just email me, guys, and you get the link. All right. Now, the contracts, okay? The entertainment world, the world of increase in today's society runs on covenants, agreements. It always did. But now it's the same thing. Like I said, when he took the Messiah up, shout out Sister Hayazak, on the mountain, it's the same thing. He promised them kingdom, celebrity, fame, if you just worship me. So contract by contract, paper by paper, clause by clause, it's the will of the person that is rewritten in spiritual invisible ink. See, when they sign these albums, these endorsements, these movie scripts, see, when they sign these, their will, their soul, their spirit is rewritten in invisible ink. See, they promise them fame, but the fine print of the contract demands something deeper. Yes, basically Diddy, but conformity, right? The fine print is a warning: never question, never reveal the truth. Do not speak of the hand that is feeding you, even when that hand starts to tighten its grip around your neck. That's why they start looking crazy later, right? That's why Kanye and them told me, I got handlers and Lil Wayne. That's why they start looking crazy, the celebrities, right? See, do not question, do not reveal, and never speak of the hand feeding you. All right? Even when that hand starts to tighten its grip around your neck, even when that hand starts to slip something into your booty, into your duty. Pause, right? But it's the truth, right? Don't say nothing. Take that, right? Proverbs 6 says, "Thou art snared with the words of thy mouth. Thou art taken with the words of thy mouth." Every signature is a snare when truth is the price that you're paying. So the system gives every star, every celebrated entity, celebrity, exactly what they think they want: riches, money, relevance, fame, recognition, perceived power, right? While quietly taking what matters most from them: the truth, authenticity. Freedom is thought of as rebellion in these contracts. You understand? And once you sign, you owe a debt. Come on, you're on pause. I know you're like pause, double pause with a double P and a double R's, right? Freedom is rebellion. Conscience becomes career suicide. Career suicide. Yeah, they selling the soul, Bilal. And any light, any righteousness that starts to shine a little too bright, they quickly put that light out, right? It's called damage control. See, this ain't a new tactic, what these spirits are doing, these principalities. Rome had its actors in the theaters and plays. Rome put people into the Colosseum for sport, for entertainment. Babylon had its musicians, right? And both of these kingdoms served temples that was built for gods, the gods of image, okay? Celebrity. Isaiah 44 says, they that make a graven image are all of them vanity, and their delectable things shall not profit. You got the same idols today, they're walking what you call a red carpet. Now, why do handlers exist? Huh? They exist because the truth is unpredictable. Why do they usher out handlers? Because the serpents, the powers of darkness, these kingdoms, like Bilal said, some same game, just the players change, facts, right? And they switch some of the names out and stuff, right? Now, handlers exist because the actual Amayat truth is unpredictable. Because they need handlers, because once a voice starts to awaken from its slumber, it might say what the contracts forbid them to say. So handlers are controllers. They become translators between the conscience of the individual who signed the contract and the spiritual corporation. The handlers decide which version of the person that the public is allowed to see and meet. Micah 7:5 says, trust ye not in a friend, put ye not confidence in a guide, keep the doors of your mouth from her that lieth in thy bosom. See, even confidence can be contracts in disguise. Those who you say are your comrade, or those who you confided in. The enemy could come for those of your own household too. You got to be worried of your own. Two nations will come from one womb. You got to be on discernment, because even confidence, those who you confided in, can also be contracts in disguise, because they can sell you out. See, they got handlers because when a celebrity, a celebrated entity, drifts too close to the truth, when he starts to reveal his conscience and starts speaking of a relationship or morality or faith, right? And he starts speaking out against the puppet masters, the systems that's pulling the strings, you will see how fast that narrative shifts. Immediately, they're labeled unstable, crazy, erratic. Then they put them they're under supervision. These are the handlers. The same media that they use to build up their celebrity, their position, their throne, actually reverses and now builds their cage. Y'all seeing it play out with Kanye. I'm about to get through my intro. It's going to get crazy. Okay? Psalm 64:2-3 says, hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked. Hide me, Yah, Father, from the secret counsel of the wicked who whet their tongue like a sword. See, the Sephara Yah, what they call the Bible, the ancient manuscripts, they warn you of all of it. It's the book of instructions on how to deal with this darkness. It says, hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked who whet their tongue like a sword. See, image is the new weapon. Reputation is the new sacrifice. We call them icons. That is a word literally translated for images. The ancient Hellenists, who became the Greeks, used that same word for their statues that housed all these dark deity spirits, all these Zeus and all these deity statues that was male on male and conquering and satires and Pan and all these gods. They called them icons. And today, icons or images still require worship. Only now today, the new altar is actually digital. And the new incense that they light at the altar is actually attention. We're in the attention age. And the little images of worship get the celebrity and fame from the contract. Habakkuk 2:18 says, what profiteth the graven image? Woe unto him that says to the wood, awaken wood. Woe to them who says to the dumb stone, arise stone, it shall teach. See, the Bible warns us all the way through. See, now our cell phone and our iPads and TV screens, now the screens now teach what the temples used to preach. See, that's it, Bilal. It just changes functionality. It's the same spirit. It's the same thing. It just changes names, changes image, changes the way that you function, right? So before they go to the altar and light the incense. Now the altar is your digital altar, your app, your profile, and the incense is the attention. Okay? See, when someone like Kanye begins to question the altar, that's when the handlers, the guardians of the altar respond. And they send out something that we learned in school called guidance counselors or handlers. They guidance counselors, or what they term now PR teams. See, these are here we go. These are new branding of the terms and the words, right? Or friends of the brand, right? And they mask it in a word that they title concern, right? And it's like, oh, we're concerned about Kanye. We're concerned about this one. Come on, Sister Hayazak. But they send out, but we know, I'm telling you, they are handlers. So they'll call them PR teams. And we are concerned about his health and everything. They call it concern, but it's really control. See, the devil's a lie. You can fool, you might can fool them on Sunday, but you can't fool me today. You heard that part, right? It sounds like they act like it's concern, but it's really control. Every kingdom and empire always has gatekeepers, and every gatekeeper has a leash on him, right? In the modern world, they'll call it in these contracts a contract manager. You understand? Whatever, a tour manager, this, right? A PR whatever, right? But I call it what it truly is. A handler of souls, of your soul. That contract is about your soul. Shalom Zaziyah. See, Proverbs 29:25 says, the fear of man bringeth the snare, but whoso putteth his trust in the Most High shall have his safety. The name of the Most High is a strong tower. The righteous run into that and are safe. Your safety is in your relationship with the Creator of all things. But the world, they want popularity, nothing new under the sun. So the pattern repeats, right? Those in the spotlight become the prophets, right? Right? They become those now modern prophets that are in the spotlight become prisoners of publicity, right? So let me explain this. The ones who actually had a calling for the Most High, they'll go get them. That's where you get your Pastor Pork bellies, Pastor Pork chops, and your, the religious ones and the ones, all these pastors and ministers and bishops and all this crap, right? See, once those, what they call themselves prophets and prophetess and bishop this, and then the Israelite, they call themselves generals and Captain Caveman and, dollar generals and all this crazy stuff, right? Once these prophets, they call themselves, get in the spotlight, they actually become prisoners of publicity as well. Then their message becomes sanitized. Their message become a message that brings them profit. You understand? While the masses still stay in the physical position they're in, they grow to popularity. They become a celebrated entity. Reverend Lonnie Love, come on, Bilal. Right? Now, their what used to be a fire in them actually becomes scripted, right? And they trade their passion for profit. See, the enemy knows that the voice of one honest celebrity or artist can awaken a generation faster than 1,000 preachers that are bound by that contract to silence. Do you understand? They know that. This is why the handlers are so important. The book of Amos 5 says, therefore the prudent shall keep silence in that time, for it is an evil time. You understand? But even in evil times, one voice can still ring loud and thunder. All right. So when we look a little closer at the ritual of celebrity and fame, we see initiation through humiliation, right? Y'all, we all see it. They call it humiliation rituals, right? We see it. Hold on, make sure my mic is all right. The mic ain't too crazy. We see it all the time. Initiation through humiliation. We see elevation through compromise, right? Selling your morals, your integrity, right? We also see them sacrificing, right? Some of their parents, right? You'll see it. Next thing you know, the mom mysteriously dies, the brother, the cousin, right? We see also isolation for control. So they initiate a certain form of isolation. That's why they be so disturbed, these celebrities later. They start to look bad. They start with all their popularity, all their fame. It's just like they start to self-destruct. You know, they start to look like monsters. Isolation for control. So every stage performance, as they grow in this contract and their celebrity grows, becomes a ceremony. You see it at the Super Bowls and all the concerts, right? When you see they have the red and black the white and black checker floors, and they have all these signs, upside down crosses and red things and devils, and it's like every doggone stage performance becomes a ceremony. Every new album roll out as they get darker and darker becomes a new rite of passage. And when it's time to pay that tab, when the handlers and the serpents, when they cut out the lights and the applause start to fade and the handlers pack up and leave and move on to the next, what's left? What remains, children of Yah? You see a soul wrestling with the decision it made, its own choices. You see it, they'll unalive them. Or now they got a new thing where they get them unalived and then they cash in with the insurance contract. It's crazy now. Now it's even worse. Before they used to just leave them they would suck them dry and just leave them to the bottle or the drug or leave them. Now they got a whole new thing. They set you all up to unalive you. You bigger when you dead than you was when you were alive, right? Matthew 16 says, 26, what is a man profiteth if he shall gain the whole world and lose his own soul? Yeah, they leave him an empty house of soul. Facts, right? Matthew 16, what do you profit if you gain the whole world and lose his soul? See, the system, this empire of darkness, does not fear talent. It fears testimony. It doesn't fear talent. It fears truth. It fears the artist who remembers that his purpose is higher than any payment they could pay him. Come on, Colton Yashara. Come on. It fears an artist who starts to awaken and remember, man, my soul, my purpose is worth more than any payment. So what it does, it will surround them. When it finds out that an artist is starting to awaken to his purpose, right? It don't care about the talent. It cares about the testimonies. Because one artist can reach many more than these false prophets out there. So when it realizes it has one, it surrounds them with advisors. Come on, Sister Hayazak. Lawyers. You see? Psychiatrists. Doctors. Handlers. We in the thumbnail. Yeah, we going there. I got the videos coming in a second. Let me close out my intro. Handlers. It surrounds them with handlers. Come on, Yasha, eyes. And all of these handlers have different functions, right? Different initiatives, different strategies, but the same doctrine. Do you get it? The same doctrine. It's just different parts that they're going to get back that control. See? It's one of the doctrines are be safe, be silent, and then you can still be marketable. This is what the celebrated entities go through. See, but the Rayak Hayakadash, the Holy Spirit, says something else. It says, be free. They telling you be safe, be silent, so you can be marketable, so they can still make money, mammon, off you. John 8:36 says, if the Son therefore shall make you free, you shall be what, children? This part. All right, thank you, Zayana. If the Son therefore shall make you free, you shall be what? This part. Free indeed. Okay? All right. Now, freedom has always been rebellion against kingdoms and empire. True freedom. From Mashayah that they call Moses, before Pharaoh, right? From Daniel, what they call Daniel in Babylon, all the way to the voices today standing before these industry giants. And y'all know who run the industry. That handler on the screen with that hat, he's made a covenant with that. See, each faces the same exact choice. Either obey the spirit, obey the system, or obey the Most High. That's the choice always. And every kingdom, every empire always reacts the same way to the truth. What it does, it labels your truth as madness, crazy, sick, right? They'll label you like you off your rocker whenever you start to awake to truth. Because if the public ever realize how much of what they see is actually a script, the world stage. Remember that series? Shout out to y'all son. If they actually realize that almost all, and now we got AI coming, it's going to be so bad you will never know what's real or not. You're just going to have to be in spirit and in truth. You're going to have spiritual ions, eyes to see, and spiritual ears to hear, right? Because if they know that if the public realize how much of what everything they see is actually being pulled strings from the puppet master and the scripted, then the whole illusion would collapse overnight. Just like the economy thing they messing with. If all the people got on one accord of the world stage and used their finances, we won't have to worry about this stuff, right? But they keep everybody individually divided, right? So you got this generation, these people run around, Waymo, right? So they run around putting out these cars with no drivers, right? And the people, instead of the masses, everybody's saying, we will not support your carless drivers because you're putting our people out of work and the people need to provide for their families. Instead, the new social people want to get the Waymo video. I'm in Waymo. there's no driver, and showing it when it's actually replacing your jobs, replacing the truck drivers, replacing the Uber drivers, replacing the cab drivers, replacing the delivery drivers, right? Replacing the Amazon delivery. Then they got the robots driving on the street. They're in Atlanta now. They're in California. They got the robots riding on the street to deliver stuff to your house. And the people, and all we have to do is the mass of the people is say we will not support. Nobody will pay for a Waymo. We will not, and then it will go away overnight. Nobody will pay for your delivery. We want a human delivering our Amazon package. We want a human delivering our food stuff. We don't want no drone. We don't want no robot. We don't want your driverless cars. We want a human driving us when we get in that car. But no, convenience, conformity, the shiny thing, right? Please put a like up, children of the Most High, right? The next shiny thing is having people sell their future over. And it's all about mammon. This world is run by money. Yeah, the compliance. All you got to do is you beat it with your dollars. All you got to do is everybody together say, we will not spend, right? Same thing when they tried to do when they crashed the food stuff and all that stuff. If we stop spending, right? If we say we're not buying these prices, we're not gonna buy this stuff. We just, well, you know what? We'll grow a doggone apple from the ground and a pear, and we'll make it. Well, we got to come together for a common cause. They'll comply, but they know that they can do anything, and the people will just go along, and they know that it's a divide and conquer, right? So every empire reacts to the truth the same. They call it madness. But they know that if the public ever got together on one accord, then their whole control would collapse overnight. Psalms 2 and 2 says, the kings of the earth set themselves against the Most High and against his anointed. He that sitteth in the heavens shall laugh at them all. So when you hear headlines about these new handlers, these secret contracts, these controversies, just look beyond the surface. The story is never about one man. It's always about the kingdom, the empire at war and what they're doing for their control and influence. It's the same battle that began in the Shamayam in the heaven, and now it's playing out in the world stage in the earth, right? Ephesians 6, we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers and spirits and all high places, right? This ain't conspiracy. It's continuity. You know how they kill us with this conspiracy theory? This ain't no conspiracy. It's continuous. You go from Eden, Adayan, to Egypt, Mitzrayim, Kemet. You go from Babylon to Beverly Hills. The same serpent offers the same deal, and the same souls still sign on the same dotted line. This ain't conspiracy, it's continuity. That part, that bar. But the remnant of the Most High, we never sign. Come on, Yashala, y'all. We ain't never scared. Thank you for the super sticker, daughter of y'all. We ain't never signing, right? We will never, right? The remnant, we will expose, not exploit, right? We will sing truth, even if they turn out the lights. They can turn out the lights, right? Revelation 18 and 4 said, come out of her, my people, that you not be partakers of her sin. So listen clearly, children of the Most High, of every nation, kindred, and tongue. Not every spotlight is sunlight. Not every contract is a righteous covenant. And not every handler holds a leash. Some of them hold up a mirror. That part. And if you dare to really look in the mirror, you'll see the reflection of a war that's older than fame itself. It goes all the way back to the heavens. And when the music stops and the lights turn off and the cameras fade, only one question always will remain. Who did you allow to handle you? The system or the Spirit of the Most High? This part. All right, let's go. Copyright disclaimers are in effect for educational purposes only. Let's get into our first video of the night. Let me set my stage, move that over here. Oh, no, I'll make that full screen, then come back to there. Oh, now I made my thing small. Let me make it big again. All right, I'm
Do
trying
you
to learn
want the
how to
banner
work
up?
this. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Where is it? Bang. There we go. Thank you, Hakim. All right, now let's go. Copyright disclaimers. First video of the night, in effect. We don't own rights to the video for educational purposes only, for reactionary purposes. All right, go to, what do? Oh, go to this window, right? Grab it. It's this one. Then make it small. Move it here. There we go. All right, here we go. Go to share screen. Stop share. Share screen. Here we go. Go to this one. First video. First video for the thumbnail. Kanye. Right? Oh, Yeezy is back in the news. Here we go. Make it full screen. And there we go. Copyright disclaimers in effect for educational purposes only. Now they done took the chat. I can't see the chat no more. Here we go. I can see a little bit of it. Here we go.
I feel really blessed to be able to sit here with you today and just take accountability.
All right, now I got a bunch of clips I'm going to show. Most of y'all probably seen this clip. It's been out for a week. It's all over the internet. Kanye has said, I'm sorry to the Ashkenazi convertites, right? He said, I'm sorry, right? This is all over the internet. I went searching again before I did this because I could have put it out about 4 days ago when this happened, but y'all know me, I wait. I don't, because I'm always going to bring something more, right? So if you've seen this video, don't worry about it. You know I'm going to bring something more, right? So for those who don't know, he went to the convertites and he said, I'm sorry, and all of this. Now, when you listen, this don't sound like Kanye. Okay? So this was the part when I first heard it, I'm like, that is not his voice. Now, we know we got AI, so I was looking all through, because this is all over the news. I was looking everywhere to be like, okay, is they going to say this is somebody did a scam? But nobody, I don't get it. Here we go. The world is the stage, the script. Now the public, so-called blacks and stuff, we're like, man, that ain't his voice. All right, we about to see the video, right? Now listen, it's definitely, but all the media that's on the big news, it's all over, and they are not publicly saying it's fake. They're all saying it's real. And you see, this way they get to the point where they can try to lie to your face and lie. That was a lie. We know this boy voice. This boy been singing to us for 100 years, right? Now listen to this. Watch this.
I feel really blessed to be able to sit here with you today and just take accountability. I was dealing with some various issues, dealing with bipolar also. So it would take.
Now, let me explain. Reaction video, right? Copyright disclaimers. Now, y'all hear him, right? Definitely sound drugged, slurred, scared. Don't even sound like his voice. That ain't even his voice, period. So I'm sorry, but that's not his voice. I know Kanye's voice, right? Now, even on his drug, that ain't him. That ain't his voice anyway. Now, this little dude is, I don't know, they be bringing some of these people out the woodworks. His name is Yoshiyahu. That's why I be trying to tell these Israelites. I understand that we as we come out of English and Christianity or whatever, as you can't stop at the Yiddish. You don't understand this Canaanite Hebrew. So you got, that was the name I wanted, Yoshiyahu, right? So that's a lot of the Israelites are stopping at there, but you call to say they ain't the real people. Then why are you speaking their tongue and language? I'm sorry. That's even where shalom come from with the O-M. But it's okay for those who at that place. Y'all but you got to come out of this stuff. Don't stay there, right? I need y'all. The Bible says, study to show yourself approved. Go look. If you look, you'll see. That ain't an Afro-Asiatic Shemitic group of language tongue. That's the Babylonian Talmudian. That's the Masoretic tongue. That's theirs. But it's crazy because you say they ain't the people, but then you still. But anyway, let's continue. So this is your Yoshiyahu, and so we don't get flagged. So he's a rabbi, but the Sephara Yah, what they call the Bible, says call no man rabbi, right? It's crazy work. So for those who ain't see this, good. Y'all gonna see it for the first. I'm gonna let it play, right? But I need y'all so I want y'all to understand the characters on this stage, right? So apparently he goes to him. Now he's a rabbi, a convertite, right? And his name, let me not, so we don't get flagged, y'all know, I used to like those beans. I know y'all probably don't like the beans. There was these little green beans, right, that my grandma used to make. I used to be in the project, Parkside Projects, Hempstead, Strong Island. She'd make these little green beans. They called pinto beans. Y'all remember those? Pinto, some people don't like them. I used to like them. I used to eat the pinto beans, right? And I didn't like a lot. I was a little Mikey. I didn't like stuff, right? I ain't eat nothing. I was like, give me pizza and french fries and stuff like that, right? But I used to like pinto beans, right? So that's his last name, Pinto. Okay? So now you got his name. I said his first name, last name. I don't want to get it straight, right? So all of a sudden now, and I think he's out of France and stuff. They travel all over. And now he's the new, he's a little dude. You're going to see him. He's the new that all the celebrities is running to. So apparently, I guess it's Kanye's turn to do so. They sent him to him. So, it is what it is, right? Everyone got their religion and cultures, right? The Bible says we don't worship no man. We ain't call no man no rabbi. Yeah, pinto beans are pretty good when you season them right? My grandma like, you don't like nothing green. Leave my pinto beans alone. I'm like, come on, girl, I'll be in a pot. I was a funny kid. I eat out of her bowl. She get up to go up and she's like, why do I see little fingerprints? The little fingers in my boy. If you'll get out my pinto beans, she cursed me out too. I smacked her. I bust you back to blackness, right? Because my grandma a little darker than me, so she like, shout out to Sonny Tate, right? But then later she'll get up and make me a little ball. And don't you put your little fingers in my? I don't want to see no little fingers. I don't even know where your little fingers been. Did you wash your hands? Go in there and wash your hands. Wash your face too, right? So, yeah, that was my grandma. My grandma just cursed me out, but I love my grandma. Praise Most High. That's all she knows, is to curse me out to hell and high water, but she'll always provide for me. Praise the Most High for giving me a grandma. Otherwise, I would have been in orphanages and what's the names? What they call those systems where you get these families you got to go to and stuff. But anyway, so let me get back. Let me get back. All right, so they're all going to this CSI on the beans. Beans make you fart now, boy. There's a certain beans, boy. I was like, what? Because my roommates be cooking, right? I don't even realize. They were like, all of a sudden, I'm like, because I'm like, I'm like, yo, bro, I'm sorry, right? I'm like, I don't know what is. They be like, oh, sorry, Unc, it was beans in the. I'm like, oh, my beans. I guess when you get older, beans will tear you up. Yeah, foster care, Dolores Shaw. Beans are you farting, boy. You like, dang, bro. I didn't used to when I was younger. I don't know. I guess it's something when you get older, right? I'll be having gas and all that stuff. But boy, give me some beans. I'll be like, man. All right. So anyway, y'all, I'm sorry. I'm just I'm doing too much, right? I'm doing TMI. All right, let me get back. Some people were like, what kind of channel is this? We came for the thumbnail and you over here talk about beans and farting and stuff and llama beans. And, boy, you a mess. All right, let's go. So now y'all know. So this is the dude. I guess all the celebrities are running to him. He a little dude too. Y'all gonna see him, right? And so now they got Kanye. I'm sorry. Kiss the ring, right? And then this dude is supposed to be translating, right? And it'd be so funny, Bilal, because it'd be like these people they be playing game. Like, boy, speak English. You speak English. Stop it, boy, knock it off. But anyway, ain't nothing but ultra porn. But anyway, let's continue. Now let's watch the video. I'm gonna try to let it play. I'm gonna try to let the whole thing play out. Shalom Alazia. I'm gonna try to let the whole thing play out, right? And so y'all can be like, oh, stop interrupting. But we kind of got to do a reaction, otherwise they'll say we, stealing the thing. But I'm gonna let it play for a good while before anyway. All right, but listen to this. They want us to do Alazia. They want this ultra porn, Courtney. They ain't nothing but ultra porn. They want us to believe this is Kanye. This his voice. This is ultra porn. I am sorry. I'm not sorry. Not sorry. Let's go.
I feel really blessed to be able to sit here with you today and just take accountability. I was dealing with some various issues, dealing with bipolar also. So it would take the ideas I had and have me take them to an extreme where I would forget about the protection of the people around me and myself. So I wanted to come and take accountability. Sometimes people aren't that knowledgeable about the bipolar and the cause or what causes it and the way you act when you have this disease. So it's like if you left the house and you left your kid at the house and your kid went and messed up the kitchen and messed up the garage and messed up the living room. Now when you get back, it's your responsibility because that's your child. And that's the way I look at it. It's like I gotta go clean up the kitchen, I gotta clean up the living room, I gotta clean up the garage.
Sorry, but that don't sound like Kanye. I'm like, who that? That ain't nothing but beans. That ain't nothing but beans. Who said somebody that beans, good for the heart, the more you eat? That was a song we used to sing when we was little, guys. For the newer, younger generation, I might not know this song. We sing beans, good for the heart. The more you eat, the more you fart. The more you fart, the better you feel. So eat your beans for every meal. That's what we used to sing when we was little. Beans, good for the heart. The more you eat, the more you fart. The more you fart, the better you feel. So eat your beans for every meal, right? That's an elder. This we used to sing in the 70s, 80s. Probably, I don't know if they sung it in the 90s, right? So this ain't nothing but beans. This ain't nothing but beans. This ain't nothing but farts. This ain't nothing but entrepreneur. Okay? I'm just telling the truth. Y'all know we do the truth here. All right? So yeah, okay. So let's go back. Let play, right? Let's let this clone or whatever this is. I don't know who this ain't nothing but beans. It ain't nothing but ultra right? So let them play.
And that's the way I look at it. It's like I gotta go clean up the kitchen, I gotta clean up the living room, I gotta clean up the garage. Yeah, and it's a big deal for me as a man to come and take accountability for all the things that I've said. And I really just appreciate you embracing me with open arms and allowing me to make amends. And this is beginning and the first steps and the first brick by brick to build back the strong walls.
Say יהדות לא בישראל, the Judaism, היא נתנה לעולם את התשובה. The Judaism brought to the world a way for someone when he regret about something that he has done wrong. היהדות חיה על התשובה. And the Jews live on this way of if someone did something wrong, he can regret and fix it. And the rabbi is hugging you and hugging everybody. And God willing, and from now on, strong things and good things, and only good. Binatanto, you are a very good man.
Amen. That's the best, man. Yeah, good.
Okay. So
Wrong, you can.
y'all got the clip, right? I wanted to let it play enough for y'all to get. So this was all over the internet, right? And there, everybody, we always want to, we good for repentance, or we do people wrong or say nothing wrong. I'm not saying nothing bad. Only thing I'm saying is that that wasn't his voice, and I don't know what's happening here, right? So anyway, all right. So, right, there you go. Now watch this. Listen to the voice again. Oh, hold on. I gotta.
I feel really blessed to be able to sit here with you today and just take accountability. I was dealing with some various issues.
That is not his voice. Now, ain't nothing but Ultra. All right, now that is what was all over the world news. All the big stages, they all like, yes, So it is what it is, right? Yeah, this is, for those who know, that means it got really bad for him, right? I agree. All right. So now let's continue. Let's find out a little more of who this is. Who this? Who this? Why you go to him, right? Who do you? He come out of nowhere. So introducing who this is. Okay? Oh, share this tab instead. Hold on. I almost messed up. Share this tab instead. Full screen. Here we go. Copyright disclaimers are in effect. We don't own rights to the video. This is for educational purposes and reaction purposes only. We're reacting to the video. Copyright disclaimers. We don't mean no harm for nobody. We just want to react to the video and discern what we get from it. Here we go.
And it wasn't just an apology. He went to one of the biggest rabbis in the world, Rabbi Pinto in France. He went to him to go and apologize on the behalf. Now, maybe he got it from LeBron, because if anybody...
All right, here we go. There got the thumbnail. He's back. That's him. I told you. What in the ultra perm? What in the pinto bean? I remember we said it at the same time. What? He got green too to go right. This ain't nothing but pinto bean. What are you doing about the beans? The more you eat, the more you fart. Boy, this ain't nothing but farts. What is you doing? Look at him. He got the little, right? He got the hat and everything. You can't tell this boy right here. Now the crazy thing is when I do his documentary, he was Biggie Smalls a couple of years ago. He got, right? Oh, he's straight. I mean, he is the poster boy over there too. I'm talking about they love him, right? And that's what the president of that country over there by Palestine, y'all know what I'm talking about? He's wants to buy TikTok. Y'all know that, right? And X. And he's making a celebrity. He's buying the celebrities and making them. So this dude, he is the poster. They black. Now, they don't accept the Ethiopians over there in Israel. Now, the land over there, that's, where the Palestinians at, over there. They don't accept the Ethiopian, right? Ish, those black ones. They got them over there in Damas or whatever they got them at, right? They over there. They Iggers over there. The blacks, the ones that came from the blacks, I forgot what they call them. Y'all watch what y'all write in the comments, right? They don't accept them. They get treated like third-rail citizens, right? That's when they sterilize all the blacks that came over, right? But him, he the king, and he come from Cali. Oh, he made a music video. It's like 10 million views. It's a dope video though. It's a really good song. Hot heat. he going like this, and he got all the clothes on, and they all dancing with him, and they Messiah. I mean, not they Messiah. They you know they'll use what they can, right? So anyway, yeah, Demona, right? So they so this is their, y'all don't even know about him. I did from a long time, from years ago, but this they boy, and he gets millions of views and stuff, right? And I think this is a second channel that he got now, because the other one, I can't find his 10 million view music video. I'll try to see if when I do the documentary on him, if I'm allowed to, if they don't strike me from this, right? So anyway, he's discussing. He told us, that's how I found out the dude name, right? The rabbi dude. So he's discussing the Kanye thing, right? So look at him. Look how he talk. He got like, this is crazy. From Cali, California. He didn't went over there. He didn't hustle. He got a great hustle, because he behind the serpent wall, and he got his bag all together. Yeah. Oh, he do all that. If you see him full body, because he's shaped like Biggie Small. He got the real. It's crazy. Jonathan, watch the put word separate. When you write that word, separate the J from the. I don't know, because I know others don't have to do it on YouTube, but me, they'll strike. They actually wrote me something and told me like we muted some of the chat and told me to watch what's said in the loud shit on me. But bigger channels can make whole videos saying these exposing stuff, and I can't. But we understand, right? All right. So anyway, please just try to watch what y'all write, so we don't get our live striked, right? So now he got this hustle on, and he's straight until he get to the judgment, right? Oh, he's straight in this man in the world until the end. All right, but anyway, let's continue. So this is the dude. His name is Nassim Black, right? Now he's from Cali, great rapper, but now he got his new hustle, right? Now watch him. Here we go.
And it wasn't just an apology. He went to one of the biggest rabbis in the world, Rabbi Pinto in France. He went to him to go and apologize on the behalf.
So that rabbi is from France, but he's not. So they met in New York. I think. I did my research. He met the rabbi in New York where they did that. With I don't know whatever that was. That was none but ultra perm. That was not his voice. So I don't know what kind of clone. I don't know what that was, but whatever. But they said that was in New York, right? All right. So let's continue.
And it wasn't just an apology. He went to one of the biggest rabbis in the world, Rabbi Pinto in France. He went to him to go and apologize on the behalf. Now, maybe he got it from LeBron, because if anybody knows Rabbi Pinto, you may be familiar with this picture of him and LeBron James. Okay?
Oh, hold on, Shooky. All right, we going somewhere, Houston. So he's with LeBron. So this little, no disrespect, but this little dude come out of nowhere, right? And they be real touchy. They're real touchy feely on the hands, bro. You holding my hands way too long, bro. I'm sorry. I'm gonna need my hands, right? I'm gonna be like this, right? But anyway, let's continue. Shout out to Jonathan, right? So anyway, now listen clearly. So there you go. Now this before the Kanye thing. So because I was wondering, like, well, then how did Kanye find this dude? Where this dude come out of nowhere? Because I never really heard of him before, right? But look who with him. Old Bronny. Okay? Sound like, okay. Right? Yeah, it's just a friendly culture. Just a friendly culture, Yakanan. Nothing wrong, right? Well, pause, no Diddy, or whatever. Maybe Diddy. Some Diddy. Sorry. Let me not. Let's focus. All right, here we go. So let's go. Let's continue. We just
with
reactionary purposes only.
Of him. Now, maybe he got it from he went to him to go and apologize on the behalf. Now, maybe he got it from LeBron, because if anybody knows Rabbi Pinto, you may be familiar with this picture of him and LeBron James. Okay? So I don't know if Kanye called him. I don't know how it actually happened, but I know that Kanye came out. He looks like he's medicated or something, but.
So, Unc, I went one further for you, children of the Most High. That's why I tell y'all, I don't care if people do a story. When I do it, I'm going to bring you more fruit. I'm going to bring you fruit. I'm going to research and find hidden, So when I seen the picture, I said, okay, well, I need to dig deeper. So, okay, so the pinto, right? The pinto bean, I'm like, okay, no disrespect. Let me not do it don't mean no disrespect. Right? So I'm like, who is he? What I need to, so I found it. Copyright disclaimers are in effect. Introducing LeBron James and the Pinto Man. Let's go. That was kind of creepy. I mean, the music and all that. That just, how certain things you just like, whoo. It's giving me eyes wide shut vibes, right? All this hand holding, it's way too much. In the comments, when I found this video, the comments, y'all know the comment section. I do got to say this about the America. America is the king of the comment section. If you ever want to get a good laugh of any video, I trust, just go to they never fail in the comment section. You could just always go, they just gonna let it run in the comment section. It's just all that. That comment section is where it's at, right? So the comment section was like, listen, the comment, if I could read, I'd probably get striked if I read the comment section. One of the comment sections said this. One of them they said, oh, that's just the rabbi taking home his purchase for the night. Ooh, yo, the comment section was crazy. They was like, oh, no, it's nothing to see here. That's just the rabbi taking home he bought that for the night. His purchase, his igor, oh, the comment section was wrong. Y'all know the comment section is always crazy. Okay? Oh, I go straight to the comments all the time, right? And then I live there. I'm scrolling because they never fail you. They never fail you in the comments. It never ceases to fail. The comment section is 100% always. All right. So anyway, that's what, they was going in on the comment section. So anyway, this is some right? I just get, right? Look at all this, man. This is like, I don't know, bro. This give me some real creepy vibes, bro. All right, so let's continue. Let's let it go. I played it twice because it's real creepy.
Listen, I'm sorry to stop the show for a second.
Okay, so that was, now we know. Now, look at him. I told you, this dude, this Cali, y'all got to take this one, Yohana Kwam. You got to take this one. Because this dude right here, he got the hustle. Look, he got the little round glasses. He got the hat. Y'all should see how he got the black socks, tucked pants tucked into the black socks. He got the black suit. This dude is all in. And they love him too. They love this dude. He is the poster boy, right? All right, so now we know that we know the deep tie-in because, yeah, that looked like some real crazy, I don't know what's going on in that eye wide shut party, right? And that comment said he walking out his purchase for the night. That's what, woo, it's crazy work. So anyway, so now we know where it come from because others, they all going them. So that's why this dude said, well, maybe Kanye got with LeBron. This is, so anyway, So now look at this dude. I did this because he do a commercial, and I want y'all to see his different, because he got the, that's why the thumbnail, you see that? Now that thumbnail hat, I need y'all to know this, because I know this because I study, I do research. That thumbnail hat, everybody can't wear that. First of all, they can't afford it. It's like 20,000 or 30,000. They call it something. That big thing with the fur. So you'll see some of them wear it, but everybody. So the fact that they allow him to wear it, right? I know he can afford it now because he's rich now. He wasn't rich in Cali. He was doing the Biggie Smalls thing for a minute. Oh, now he filthy now. He's straight, right? He got his hustle on. So when I seen him with the big hat, that's why I made that. They call it something. They got a name. That's why I made that the thumbnail, because I know that all of the regulars of their religion can't just wear that hat. Okay, it's a big deal. All right, that's why I made that the thumbnail. Yeah, that's that real, and it's crazy. That all right. So anyway, so watch this. This is commercial over there, right?
Listen, I'm sorry to stop the show for a second. I just want to let you know that today's episode is brought to you by Market Ding. Look, in today's world, if people can't find you online, then you don't exist. That's where Market Ding comes in. They're a digital marketing and SEO company that used to dominate healthcare, but now they dominate just about everything.
That is the most craziest work. That's like we living in a Twilight Zone. Y'all got to hear, I should have played more of his clip, how he talks. He actually mimics their culture, the way they talk, and he's just in character like I ain't never seen. I said, this boy, yeah, he talk like one. Yeah, you should see. If I played the other clip, he really, the way he just, and he goes off on Candace. He just, he got a new channel where he just, Candace is this.
He went to him to go and apologize.
So that's him.
Listen, I'm sorry to stop the show for a second. I just want to let you know that today's episode is brought to you by Market Ding. Look, in today's world, if people can't find you online, then you don't exist. That's where Market Ding comes in. They're a digital marketing and SEO company that used.
You see how he's mimicking how they sound? This boy from Cali. I swear you have no idea. When I watched the video, I said he literally mimicked how they sound and talk, their euphemisms and everything. And that boy ain't nothing but ultra perm. This ain't nothing but beans. That boy full of beans, boy. But he got that money now. He right? Shout out to daughter of Yah, Todd's table. Shout out to the daughter of Yah. Right? So all right, so here we go. Now let's continue. Now y'all met, that's the thumbnail dude, right? And that why I said, because I know that this is their this they dude right now, right? So anybody that's going to really handle, yeah, this they dude, right? So anyway, we'll do him another time as long as they don't flag this video. Y'all thought that was it? I got more. But wait, it gets worse. Y'all know how Unc is. I'm going to bring you the tea. We on divine discussions on Wednesday. You understand? I'm going to bring you the tea, right? Now, watch this. This one going to piss all of us off. The Kanye one, they've been doing Kanye dirty. That didn't even sound like Kanye, so I don't know what kind of clone, I don't know what that was, but we know Kanye, they didn't run Kanye through the ringer. But this little nigga here, I know we all tired of this nigga. I know y'all like, who is it? Watch this. Copyright trigger warning. Copyright disclaimers are in effect. Okay? Copyright disclaimers are in effect.
But now they dominate just about everything.
Hold on. I gotta do this correctly. I put it out of order. Where is he? Where is my... Oh, don't you start nothing, won't be nothing. He's somewhere around here. Where you at? That ain't you. Where you at, boy? You ain't getting away from me. Where are you? It can't be in that one, because that's the fullness of it. Is it at the... Let me see. Is it at the end of this one? No, because that ends. Where you at, boy? Is he at the end of Kanye? No. Hold on. He trying to get away. He trying to run. Oh, you can't run from... You ain't running. We about to expose you. All right, I got to find it. Hold on. Because all the rest of them, wait, that boy tried to run. Hold on, let me go to my tab. That's why I made a separate folder. That's funny because my spirit be knowing that these things going to try to attack my life. I made a brand new folder. Where are you? Down, there you go. They try to run. You can't run from me. See, this is how the spirit be leading me all the time. Like, it's like, I made a brand new folder for tonight just in case the same situation, and look what happened. Crazy work. That's why you got to always listen to when the spirit try to guide you. All right, here we go. Trigger alert. All right, we'll come back. That's the one that's after this one. Here we go. This Negro here. Now, Kanye, whatever. I don't know. That looked like a clone. I don't know what's going on. But this Negro here, this ain't a clone. This Negro here, this is him. All right? And I'm really tired of this boy. All right, here we go. Copyright disclaimers are in effect for educational purposes only, right? Let me make it full screen, right? Here we go. Copyright disclaimers for reactionary purposes only and educational purposes. This Negro here.
And like I said before, I'm not with you guys 10%, 50%. I will always be the voice for the people in Israel. I will always stand behind the country of Israel, the one and only Floyd Money Mayweather in Israel. I will always be here for you guys when you guys don't have a voice.
Oh my! I told you. I told you. This Negro. I know we all tired of this Negro here, right? This is the poster boy of what's this Sambo today, right? That's not Uncle Tom. Uncle Tom, that's another misnomer in history. It's Sambo. Uncle Tom was a good guy. This is and he doubles back down all the way through. Okay, we gotta play this one more game, right? One more game. Okay, watch this. That's why I said this Negro here, he just don't stop.
And like I said before, I'm not with you guys 10%, 50%. I will always be the voice for the people in Israel. I will always stand behind the country of Israel, the one and only Floyd Money Mayweather.
Come on, Tommy. Uncle Ruckus, when he was the voice for this boy crazy. I'm like, now you will always be the voice. I thought you were the voice for money. That's all. He said, poor Ting Ting. Yashala, oh my goodness, poor Ting Ting. You were the voice for money. Now all of a sudden, I will always be the voice. All right, let's let it play all the way through. Here we go. Could somebody bring me something to drink really quick? Thank you.
And like I said before, I'm not with you guys 10%, 50%. I will always be the voice for the people in Israel. I will always stand behind the country of Israel, the one and only Floyd Money Mayweather in Israel. I will always be here for you guys when you guys don't have a voice.
Negro, please. Now, this was a clip, and I'm going to show y'all the fruit of it from a clip, right? When this Negro, Floyd, the Floyd Mammon Mayweather, right? Because his love is Mammon, when he was disrespecting Muhammad Ali. I got the clip, I'm going to show y'all. And this right here is Mike Tyson's response to him disrespecting Muhammad Ali. This sellout right here. That's why I say when they don't have a voice. Do you hear that? The insanity in that statement alone, right? Who said that? Somebody said that. I'm sorry, I can't see who said it. The fact that he fixed his little black mouth, this little fool can't even read. And no disrespect, right? She said, what in the reading rainbow? This fool sitting up here talking about when they don't got a voice. Who don't got a voice? Oh my, you gonna stand up? Boy, oh my God. This worse than ultra perm. I don't know what to call this. But anyway, let's continue. All right? So that now I show that clip. I'm gonna show the whole clip, but let's just continue.
Don't have a voice.
I mean,
In Israel, I will always be here for you guys when you guys don't have a voice.
What do you think about Floyd talking about greater than Ali?
He's very delusional. He can't listen. If he was anywhere near that realm of greater than Ali, he'd be able to take his kids to school by himself.
There we go.
Okay, he can't take his kid to school by himself. And he talking about he's great. Greatness is not guarding yourself from the people. Greatness is being accepted by the people. He can't take his kids alone to school by himself. He's a little scared.
greatness is not guarding yourself from the people. Greatness is being accepted by the people. So Mike is telling, because he was disrespecting Ali, says he's the greatest. He's Mayweather. No, I don't know if y'all know this, but Mayweather is a tiny. No disrespect to my shorter brothers, right? Lighter. I'm not, no disrespect, right? But you, I mean, if you 130 pounds soaking wet and 5 foot, whatever, you can't talk about a heavyweight talking about you're the great. Come on, that makes no sense. That's like the ridiculousness of that, right? So no disrespect to any, my shorter brothers, my lighter brothers and sisters, none of that. Okay? But all right, so anyway, so that's what Tyson said. He says, if you can't even walk your kids to school. You need bodyguards to walk your kids to school. Okay? So anyway.
School by himself. He's a little accepted by the people. Talking about he's great. Greatness is okay. He can't take his kid to school by himself. And he talking about he's great. Greatness is not guarding yourself from the people. Greatness is being accepted by the people. He can't take his kids alone to school by himself. He's a little scared man. He's a very small, scared man.
Thank you, sir.
Shit. I'm pretty sure I'd be upset too if I was somebody else. I'd be mad at Mayweather too. How 29 years or 30 years you keep getting money like this? I'd be mad too. Hating on Mayweather too. Continue to hate. People only talk about winners. I'm a winner, so continue to talk.
I'm sorry, but this little Negro is really disgusting. I'm just honestly, bro. We from the Safari Yah, what they call the Bible, we are not to want harm to anyone, right? We're not to, but I don't want no harm. I'm not saying a but that I'm trying to wish no harm, but I do long the day when he stands and gets his justice, because this spirit is just so ugly. I mean, this got one of the ugliest spirits I've seen in a long time. Look at him, bro. This dude is just
Mad too. Hating on Mayweather too. I'd be mad too. 29 years or 30 years you keep getting money like this. I'd be mad too. Hating on Mayweather too. Continue to hate. People only talk about winners. I'm a winner, so continue to talk.
okay. So they got this clown. Okay, it's getting crazy now. It's getting crazy outside, right? Look.
For the people in Israel, I will always stand behind the country of Israel, the one and only Floyd Money Mayweather. In Israel, I will always be here for you guys when you guys don't have a voice.
Now that is the most ridiculous thing I ever heard. Now watch this. This is what Muhammad Ali was reacting to. I mean, what Mike Tyson was reacting to. Copyright disclaimers are in effect for reactionary purposes only. Make it full screen. All right? This is what he was reacting to. The full video.
The fact that Mike Tyson silenced Floyd Mayweather like this tells you everything you need to know.
Is Ali the same fighter that got beat by a fighter with 7 fights? Every time boxing come on, you don't bring up Muhammad Ali name. You don't bring up Mike Tyson name. You always bring up Floyd Mayweather name because I'm still the face of boxing.
What do you think about Floyd?
You little, oh, I'm sorry. Let me not. Right? Sorry. You got to control your emotions, right? Let me control. Gather yourself up. You little, oh my goodness, can somebody get this little boy, right? He talking about whenever boxing come up, I ain't never brought up Floyd Mayweather name when I speak of boxing. That's when these people be in the world of themselves, right? Now you gonna nerve to diss Muhammad Ali after he's dead. Let's continue.
The fact that Mike Tyson silenced Floyd Mayweather like this tells you everything you need to know.
Is Ali the same fighter that got beat by a fighter with 7 fights? Every time boxing come on, you don't bring up Muhammad Ali name. You don't bring up Mike Tyson name. You always bring up Floyd Mayweather name because I'm still the face of boxing.
What do you think about Floyd talking about greater than Ali?
He's very delusional. If he was anywhere near that realm of greater than Ali, he'd be able to take his kids to school by himself. Okay, he can't take his kid to school by himself. And he's talking about he's great. Greatness is not guarding yourself from the people. Greatness is being accepted by the people.
Come on, Tyson, facts. Look at him. Watch this. Look, he got to take his kids to school like this. Right? Look at him. Little man surrounded by big men. That ain't greatness. Sorry. Muhammad Ali didn't walk around like this. Tyson don't walk around like this. Correct. Greatness is not hiding from the people. It's being accepted by the people. That's greatness. That is a great bar, and that is a fact. Let's continue.
Greater than Ali.
He's very delusional. If he was anywhere near that realm of greater than Ali, he'd be able to take his kids to school by himself. Okay, he can't take his kid to school by himself. And he's talking about he's great. Greatness is not guarding yourself from the people. Greatness is being accepted by the people. He's a little scared man. He's a very small, scared man.
He's a real scared man. He's a very small, little scared man. I agree. Scared, shaking in his boots. Right? Little boy, did he get a hold of him? Did he take his little diddler? Did he take his little diddly ding dong? Right? He's like, come here, little Floyd. Did he small too? He running, chasing Floyd around. All right, here we go. Now we got part 2. This where it gets heavy. All right? We had our laughs. This is where Islam got some explaining to do to me. All right? This is reality. It's today, and this is what's happening. Copyright disclaimers are in effect, and it's interesting because the Muslim world is really surfacing. Let me explain. New York City got its first Muslim mayor, right? Okay. And then I got another clip I'm going to show that in the government, in one of the highest positions, there's another Muslim. So I don't know. Something's going on, right? We respect all cultures, language, and everything, but something's happening. All right. Now, copyright disclaimers are in effect, right? For reactionary purposes only. We don't own rights to the video. Oh, hold on. I got to make it smaller. Share this tab instead. Right? Now make it full screen. Okay. Now, copyright disclaimers. I didn't know this exists. Let's see. Explain this. All right, let's go. Copyright disclaimers are in effect for reactionary purposes only.
Now, I want to shine a light on what is happening in Somalia today. I know Ilhan Omar and Mohammed.
Somalia. That's the woman, the Somalian in Congress or whatever in the government. And this is in Minnesota. They have their own world going on, and he's the mayor of right. They got their own. All right, and we'll get to more on that another time. But this just happened now in Somalia. All right, and this is a Muslim country, but it's Africa. But they don't say they black, but that's a whole nother thing. It is what it is. But let's continue.
Ahmed Fatah don't want to talk about this. They don't want you to know about this evil going on in their native country. They don't. Recently, the Somalian government passed a bill to prohibit the marriage of children under the age of 18 after years and years of pressure from the United Nations and other Western countries. Okay, the Somalian government finally caved in and decided to introduce a bill that would criminalize the marriage of children and also give Somalian citizens the right to freedom of religion. But something happened. Something happened. Barely 24 hours after the introduction of this bill, the Somalian...
Okay. So y'all see this image of these beautiful little black children and women, covered head covers? I'm going to go back. Watch this. This is now. Somalia's child marriage ban is overturned. The parliament in Somalia passed a bill. This is now to align with international standards and protect little girls from child marriage. But it lasted less than 1 day. Listen clearly. The Somalian parliament passed a law that said they can no longer marry little girls. The women have to be 18 and over is the age for consent for marriage. But the Somalian Muslims went crazy. I'm going to show y'all receipts. And in less than 124 hours, they reversed it. It says religious leaders and male protesters condemned the measure as a violation of Sharia. Okay, this is I guess an Islamic or Muslim law called Sharia. All right? And they pressured the lawmakers to reverse it within 24 hours. I'm going to show it. You know, Unc. Under Somalia's current legal framework, Sharia overrides any federal statutes, allowing girls to be married once deemed mature. Listen clearly, mature. Sometimes that is as young as 10 years old. I'm going to show you tonight on the screen a little girl, 10 years old, married to some dude look like he's 60. Okay? The reversal exposes how Islamic law is used to defend child marriage and uphold abuse. Now we know, shout out to the righteous Muslims, and this is Ishmael religion, the righteous, but we know in every culture there's dark stuff. I'm going to show you a 10-year-old bride tonight as well. Y'all going to see some stuff. That's why I said this part is really crazy. And I come with receipts. All right? So now, it's called Sharia. They deem, this is what they deem, that as soon, and it's crazy because the converts have that same Babylonian Talmudic religion too. But theirs even worse. They get them at 3 years old. And the converts, those ooh-ish, the people, right? At the beginning, they Babylonian Talmud says 3 years old, right? Now, they can marry little babies. That's insane, bro. So now, but in the Islam, the Sharia law, it says that whenever the woman menstruate, whenever the little girl, that meant she ready for a grown man. even if it happens at 10 years old. All right. Now y'all got the understanding. Let's go.
Million citizens the right to freedom of religion. But something happened. Something happened. Barely 24 hours after the introduction of this bill, the Somalian people lost their minds, okay? They could not comprehend the idea of criminalizing 80-year-old men from marrying 9-year-old children. It was a taboo for the government.
They could not condemn the marriage of 80-year-old men marrying 9-year-old little girls. What you see is this man and his bride, and she's probably like about 12, 13, but they put all this makeup on her and stuff, right? All right. Shout out to the African sister that's breaking this down.
Government to say that grandpas should not be 9-year-old children. It comprehend the idea of criminal. Barely 24 hours after the introduction of this bill, the Somalian people lost their minds, okay? They could not comprehend the idea of criminalizing 80-year-old men from marrying 9-year-old children. It was a taboo for the government to say that grandpas should not have any intercourse with minors who are not even old enough to be their great-granddaughters. So they took to the streets in protest, demanding that the bill should be rejected and overthrown. And to my greatest lack of surprise, it was overthrown. So this bill...
Y'all see this, bro? Shalian, brother Hebrew Jamaican Coolie. Do y'all see this? Did you see how he grabbed her face and looking at the camera? This is crazy, bro. That's why I said Islam got some splaining to do, bro. This is nasty, bro. This is insanity.
It was a taboo for the government to say that grandpas should not have any intercourse with minors who are not even old enough to be their great-granddaughters. So they took to the streets in protest, demanding that the bill should be rejected and overthrown. And to my greatest lack of surprise, it was overthrown. So this bill...
Look at this dude. He could barely walk. And this girl's probably 11 years old, 12 years old. And guys, these grown old men is sticking a full-size man's wee-wee in a 10-year-old little girl's private. It's even worse when the other cultures are doing it to the little boys too. It's just, oh my goodness. But I mean, all right, let's continue. Oh my goodness. All right, let's continue.
That the bill should be rejected and overthrown. And to my greatest lack of surprise, it was overthrown. So this bill that would have brought about the emancipation of the Somalian girl child in Somalia was decisively crushed by the Somalian people. Because of course, Somalia is 99.9% Muslim and they are ruled by Sharia law. And their Sharia...
Okay, so look, you see these, look at all the pictures. Look at that old man with the little girl. Look at this old man with this little girl. Look at this. Look at that little girl with this dude. So, no disrespect, but you got the Somalians. Shout out to any righteous Somalians who stand in spirit and in truth. But y'all remember my picture about the other Africans who was disrespecting Black America and we ain't this and we ain't that and they all, you know, we did nothing, we built nothing, they don't like us and all this stuff. But this is what's going on in their country. That's why it's like, but you fled your country to come here, but you say we ain't nothing and this is stuff, right? But why ain't you there, right? And this is what's going on. That's why I said shout out to any of the righteous Somalians who actually stand in spirit and in truth, right? Okay, so look, this is crazy. All right, let's continue.
Somalia is 99.9% Muslim and they...
Look at this, man. Look at these little girls, bro. Can you imagine? And they also make them, they're like house slaves, right? So at, 9, 8, 10 years old, whatever it is, they gotta be a grown woman, do all this stuff. All right, let's continue.
They are ruled by Sharia law, and their Sharia law says that it is their men, of course. So this bill that would have brought about the emancipation of the Somalian girl child in Somalia was decisively crushed by the Somalian people. Because of course, Somalia is 99.9% Muslim and they are ruled by Sharia law. And their Sharia law says that it is their men's right to have intercourse with children once they are mature.
61 years old, she's 13. Y'all see this? They can have the brides, the girls, when they are mature, quote unquote. Now the African sister is going to break down what they consider mature.
Mature children. What an oxymoron. Anyway, let's hear from the Somalians themselves.
Now, copyright disclaimers. You're going to hear, now this is what happened. The Somalian parliament said they're going to do away with Sharia law and they're going to make the age of consent for these little girls to be married at 18. And within 24 hours, all the Somalian Muslim men, the whole country or whatever it's called, I think it's a country, Somalia country, went into an uproar, and by 24 hours, it was overturned. This is a 73-year-old Somali man. He's going to actually cry tears, okay, over them raising the marriage age to 18. He's going to cry. Listen. I'm going to read because he's speaking in, I guess, Arabic or whatever that is, and I'm going to read the captions while he speaks.
Mature children. What an oxymoron. Anyway, let's hear from the Somalians themselves.
Yesterday, I'm going to do it while he's saying it. Yesterday, I'm going to do it while he's saying it.
Themselves.
Yesterday was a dark day for Somalia. A very dark day. Yesterday, what the parliament had brought forth is not something that we will accept. So he said, yesterday was a dark day for Somalia. That they want to raise, that they can't marry little girls. Y'all see that stuff? Yesterday, what the parliament brought forth is not something that we will accept. We, Somalis, are 100% Muslims. Somali, please fear Allah. He's talking to the people. We need to look into this matter urgently of them trying to say we can only marry 18-year-olds and up. Where the Somali Islamic scholars, where are the Somali Islamic scholars at? Where are y'all? Stop this. This is a tragedy. We need to be able to marry these little girls. Where are the scholars? The scholars are the heirs, the inheritors of the prophets. We listen and we take guidance from you, scholars. Where are you? You have to stop this. What is happening? Why are they all silent? Why are the scholars not protesting this? Where is Sheikh Somi? Is he not alive? Where is Sheikh Omni? Is he not alive? He's crying. Please, where are the sheiks? Are we not fearful of Allah? We need to be marrying the 8-year-old girls. This is insanity, bro. That's why I was like, yo, now y'all see, I'm like, Muslims, y'all got some splaining to do. What is the world? He's crying, bro. 71 years old. He wants to marry a 10-year-old. Where are the scholars?
شاكر من نولميا وراوي علماء آوي الشيخ سمو آوي من نولميا آوي الشيخ شاكر من نولميا وراوي علماء إلهي هنك عبسن وإلهي هنك عبسن إلهي أولا.
We need to go back to Allah. So, for my Muslim brothers and sisters, I don't know, because I know it's different sects of Muslim culture, right? I'm not judging anything. I just don't have the full understanding. Is there a section where they say Allah says that you can marry a little girl? That's why I said some explaining to do. Because I don't, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, they need some explaining to do, Sister Ty, right? Because I'm like, Allah, right? Does it say that? All right. So they say we need to go back to Allah. He's crying. This is really important to him.
آوي الشيخ سمو آوي من نولميا آوي الشيخ شاكر من نولميا وراوي علماء إلهي هنك عبسن وإلهي هنك عبسن.
Thank you, Bilal. Because I know Bilal, I know you're a righteous man. So it must be because they have so many different sects of Islam, right? So you got the America, Islam Muslims, you got the Sunnis, you got the Arabs, you have so many. So that's so I guess, and this one is really broad because it's in all these countries, right? It's in Afghanistan, it's in all through Africa. The sister gonna tell you. All through Nigeria, all through Tanzania, all of the Muslim states, and this is right. So it's probably it's so. I mean, this is craziness. We call to protect these babies, man. This is not okay, bro. All right, let's continue.
شيخ محمد معلن أبشر هابي شيخ نور على جمعة عليه هابي وريله هنك عبسن.
So now he's calling out all the sheiks. Where is Sheikh? Look, we need to get back to Allah.
Sheikh Mohammed معلن أبشر هابي.
Where is Sheikh Mohammed Abishar?
شيخ نور على جمعة عليه هابي.
Where is Sheikh Mursad?
وريله هنك عبسن الشيخ عبد الرزاق.
We need to fear Allah.
أشعري هابي وريله هنك عبسن وريله هنك عبسن أرنتن أرن لا أقبل كرمه.
We cannot easily accept this matter. I mean, this man really want these babies. These people will ruin us. Now, you're going to see, I got more clips. What he's talking about is they're saying that the Somali parliament is doing this because of us in the West. That their Islamic culture, we are parasites. Our belief system, we can't allow, he's saying that their Muslims, the Somalis, can't allow American mindset to dictate that we can't marry under 18. These people, our mindset will ruin them. Another one, you're going to hear, he's going to call us degenerates. He's going to say, we are degenerates, our culture, because we believe that you got to at least be 18 or over to marry. We are the degenerates. Okay? Listen, so that's why he says these people will ruin us. We need to fear Allah. We cannot accept this. 18 years old, being the age of consent, is a kufar mindset. I guess that kufar is a kafir, right? That's what what's his name? What's their name from the East Indians? Mahatma Gandhi and them. They call us kafirs. That's iggas, basically. Or the convertites call us goyims and stuff, right? So that that's these cultures, right? So he says the kufar mindset. Right? That's the Westerners, us, us that's non-Islamic. 18-year-old being the age of consent is a kufar mindset. Okay? We have to stop this. We need to fear Allah. Let's read
إلهي أنك عبسنا أرمهان هلقا هرتو أرمهان أرم لا أقبل كرم أهسديت يتمن سنة قالي قرنت هاي عرورت هذا كوكان قاران أنا إنا كرة.
That's the age where their children mature. You see what he said? He said, that's us. That's the Bible. It's a kuffar mindset. That's the age when their children mature at 18. But ours can mature at 8. And they can't tell us that I can't marry and smash an 8-year-old. This is insane, bro. Okay? But this is reality. We mustn't follow them. The Prophet commanded us to fight the mushrikeen, non-Muslims. So they must not follow us. They got to fight against this. We was ordered to combat them, not to follow them. We must fear Allah. He's crying.
This old man is literally crying because men as old as him and even those older than him are told by this Somalian bill that they can no longer abuse little female children. They are setting up cameras and weeping, calling on fellow Islamic scholars and sheikhs to demand that this bill be turned down. He directly cited the Quran, explaining that it is an Islamic law to marry female children once they mature. And for them, that maturity can be as early as 8 or 9 years old, even 6 years old in cases of that of their Prophet Muhammad. When we say that Islam is cancer, and when China says that it is a mental illness, none of us are lying. The fact that this man is shamelessly showing his disgusting face on camera, crying because Somalia wanted to introduce a law that will protect their female children is the most despicable thing I have ever witnessed in my life. My goodness. Here is another Islamic old man crying about the same thing.
This new law that the parliament has introduced, where they are saying that children will mature at 18 years old. If we are Muslim men and women and believing men and believing women, it should not concern us that us Westerners believe that you can't marry until 18. Okay? That's because we only follow Allah's laws and obey the Prophet Muhammad. And this new law, where they're saying the children mature at 18, the Islamic laws are against that. So therefore, as Muslims, it should concern us. I don't know what with the orange red beard thing is the thing over there. And I will say this loud and clear. It should not concern us because it's against Allah's laws. The Sharia says marriage is tied to signs of maturity. That is so broad and open. Literally, that's an open ticket. Signs of maturity? Okay. Marriage is tied to signs of maturity. If the girl has started menstruation at age 9, 10, or 11, see, I told y'all, receipts. We never speak on our own accord.
iyadoo 9 sano 10 sano 11 sano jirto hadday dhiig caadi isku aragto way qaan gaartay.
She had matured. Do you see? He said 9, 10, 11. If they see a sign of some blood, that meant they can run up in this little girl. They can marry her. They can. Do you see?
Excuse me.
sidoo kale
Go ahead.
Fly put in the chat a Quran verse. It says, you want me to read now?
Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. And those of your women who are despaired of menstruation, if you doubt, their waiting period is 3 months. And also for those who have not menstruated.
Wow. All right. All right. So, all right. Oh, but so Bilal, this is the problem. This is where some Americans, Muslims have to understand. You have Muslim culture that's older than what. Remember, these countries, this is ancient Kush you're talking about. These are the ancient Arabics from early. So they got books. Remember, we got a section of Muslim Americans. It's different sections. So your Quran or your teachings is not going to be the same as some in Egypt, some in Afghanistan, some in Tanzania, some in, right? You're going to have they have different sects. So, and some of theirs is older than even from what Elijah Muhammad and the American set of Muslims. That's why some of them don't even respect your Muslim, right? The Americans' Muslim faith. Some of those, right? They'll call you a kafir, right? Some of them, right? So I know this can trigger because I know you don't believe in that, but you have to understand that a lot of the religions that we followed come from darkness. Once you trace actually this back, it actually stemmed from what's his Ishmael. So Ishmael, oh, he said that's for the divorce, that verse he put up. All right, thank you, Bilal. So Wristfly, that what you put up was a thing for divorce. But anyway, so my thing is I'm not trying to offend nobody. That's why I said they got some explaining to do, right? That's why I'm a little different. That's why I say I don't even identify with none of that. I don't even identify with all that Hebrew Israelite stuff, because all of this stuff becomes the doctrine of men in this religion. And I'm sorry, even the Muslim, even Ishmael's culture. Ishmael was a wild man, right? So once you go back and you go all of it, it all comes from doctrine of men. So that's why my belief is a relationship with the creator of all things, right? Now I can call him a name of Yah, or I can call him the Most High, or I could call him. So my thing is not no religion tradition of men, because all religion is going to always fail you, because it always started, man has included himself into it. Because what I read about the Prophet Muhammad does not, that is not righteous to me. And then you don't know what to really believe, because throughout history and culture, they write different things. Same thing they did with the Messiah from the Sephara Yah, what they call the Bible, which comes of Phoenician Biblos, right? So again, so you got the Israelites saying one thing, the Christians saying one thing, the Muslims saying one, and it's all religion to me. You're following the doctrine of men, all of it, right? That's why I can respect if your language that you chose to identify calls the Most High Allah. I know what Allah Yah is. I know in my tongue that I speak this language, right? But my thing is that is if you're calling the Most High Allah, or if you're calling him God, or if you're calling him Yah, or if you're calling, does his law, what he speaks to you and your relationship, is it telling you to protect the children, to protect, to be righteous, to do good by morality? Is it that? That's what I would follow. I'm not caught up in titles of, right? But it's no disrespect. So that's why I said I don't want to disrespect anyone, right? But I don't, I was following it when I first came, when the Most High first started to bring me to even believing in him, right? Because remember, I was part of the nation, God's and Earth, an offshoot of Islam, right? And we believed that the black man was God and the mind and everything within itself, right? So you know that, Bilal, from back in the days, right? So anyway, as I was going through my journey, the Most High took me through Christianity. So now I'm believing in that religion. Then he took me through this. Now I'm believing in this. Now I'm Bilal, I'm with the Most High now. I don't got no religion, no doctrine of men. So you can anybody can miss me, right? That's where these Israelites come. I'm like, and that's why I be telling the people who just awakening, you're on a journey. So when you awaken just to a new doctrine of men, right? You got a lot of people all over TikTok grabbing this Sefer Bible, right? And don't know Sefer is a whole serpent seed, and that ain't the original tongue. All that Yahuwah, Ya'aki, Ya'oki, Ya'aki, Aki, all that's fallen angel Canaanite tongue. But they coming out of the English, right? So but you got, that's why I say you got to keep emptying the wine. You got to keep, because your goal is to get back to a one-on-one relationship with the creator of all things. And that should be righteous. It should be none of this ditty, little girls, darkness, they mature at this, and that was an open statement and all that. I don't care about none of that culture, doctrine of men, because everybody was dark through the history of all time. These people, it was only a small amount that was righteous, no matter what kingdom was in charge. Whether it was the Christians when they took over, whether it was the Hellenists, whether it was the Muslims, whether it was whatever kingdom was dark kingdoms. So the individual, we are to have a relationship with the Most High, and individually have our morality tied to the righteousness of the creator of all things. Our righteousness. I don't give a crap about no religion. I'm done with it all. That's why you can miss me. That's why in the last live, that ISIS Raelite came in our chat. I didn't know he was a doggone Israelite. He made me think he was a Christian trying to ask us, do we believe in the Messiah in the third day? What's his name? Michael, whatever. Come back. Come back. I invite you on Friday's lesson, and you could come on the screen. And I wish I would have been able to see the chat that knew he was an Israelite trying to set me up with a question. And I'm just thinking he's a new person, find a channel. And, I'm trying not to offend, because we got to meet people where they at. Right? Yeah. Come on, Bilal. So, and that's why I said, I know you seeking righteousness, right? But now I came out of all religion, all of it, all doctrine of men. I got a relationship with the Most High, and that's why my job, I'm trying to build everyone to have a relationship with the Most High and see all doctrine of men. You're going to see all the darkness for what it is. The Most High wants all of us to have an individual relationship with him, because when you go to the judgment at the end of this all, you ain't going to be standing between your creator, the creator. And that's it. All that stuff. So you're going to be judged on. All right. So praise y'all. All right. So, and that's what I call my creator. And I speak a Habariya language tongue, the original one that the Hellenist Greeks and the Romans took and did and made a whole fake another religion and all that. Right. So that's just where I'm at with mines. All right. And my Safariyah, my book of instructions, is a Hebrew manuscript about the descendants that I believe in my spirit I descend from. And they were some of the crash outs of history. All right? And the Psalms in my Safari Yah book, it says his name was Yah. Right? And then some of my brothers, they call him Allah. Some people call him the Most High. Some people might call him God, but I'm looking for your righteousness. If whatever it is you're calling him, do I see his righteousness in you? That's what I'm looking for. Do I see what I believe is the creator, which creates Kalala Yah, which is completion, right? He completes completion. So you can't have good without bad. So he's not evil, but he creates completion. And we get in our free will what we call on, what spirit we come in, you know? We attract or we broadcast or we manifest the things. We speak life and death in the power of the tongue and everything. So again, we're a sum of our actions and our ways and our deeds. And then he leads others who are striving to be in righteous image of the creator of all things, because I don't believe things just created out of nowhere. No big boom. You know why? Because you can't explain the functions of the temple. This body is actually atoms spinning at a rate that I'm actually invisible. This, if you can go with the highest microscope, it's just a bunch of things spinning. But to the physical eye, it looks like a physical temple because of the slower, the higher the vibration, or the slower the vibration, the density makes matter. The atoms make, right? And all of it. And then your neurological system, right? Your digestive system, all these systems that mimic all of the universe and everything in the earth. That ain't no doggone willy-nilly. Some type of intelligence that's way higher than mine created it. Do you get it? So that's why I have to believe in something higher than me, because I bear witness to it. I bear witness to little birds able to give from birth to instinctively, with intuitionally get up and fly somewhere they never been. I see all the animals have function and character and nature. I see minds. I see my melanin. I see all these different functions and all of the subconscious thoughts and neurons firing and just all this stuff that science can't even replicate today. There was a creator that created this, a higher power. That's why I'm not straight atheist. Come on, Bilal. That's why I'm not straight atheist, because I'm not a fool. I ain't never been boobered a fool, but it just wasn't like shown to me back. But now I know. You heard? I see. So that's why. And then you know, if you want to call them something, I just have a belief system. Okay? And this belief system that I'm following it all the way to just the truth. And I have to be able to spit out the lies and the deceit and the old wine and what I learned, because it's all part of the journey. I ain't going to be laden down with bags. I ain't going to be a bag lady dragging old stuff because I learned this from this ministry channel or this thing, and I'm dragging it here. And now's the time I need to toss that away, because that was part of my journey. Nah. Be fluid as my yam as water. You heard this part? It's a journey to righteousness, to be in the likeness and the image of this higher power creator that created all things. The fact that the woman could give you could plant your seed in a woman and her whole physical composition turns upside down. Nobody can make this. You can't make it. Come on, who said that? The Fibonacci, y'all signature. Who said that? I thought that was Yashala, y'all. She be dropping stuff. All right? So nah. There's a greater, higher power. There's an existence that created, and that's my creator. And I need to be one with that existence. And that existence is good. But completion, there's things that can choose. It didn't create robots. It even gave his other animals intuitive nature, but then he created us in his image, right? And then he created other emanations of himself. That's their image, right? And then we are to what? Protect the planet, protect the other children who have the intuitive. We are, because we're in that likeness and image. So we are to be that, nah. There's a greater purpose. The light versus the darkness. Yeah. All right, let's continue. Praise Yah. All right, so here go the darkness of the doctrine of men. And it's just showing out now in Muslim, right? Because it shows in every religion. It shows in the Christian Bible, darkness, they writing this stuff. It shows in the Quran, darkness. It shows in the whatever Israelite, darkness. it shows in its darkness, because darkness is going to exist everywhere light exists. And your job, all of our job, is to identify that darkness and dispel it. Be the light in that darkness. That part, not become one with the darkness. And you'll get that from religion of men. So nobody get triggered. Everybody gets exposed. All darkness gets exposed. And look how dark this is. Marriage is tied to signs of maturity. Let's continue. See how open-ended that is? Signs of maturity. The Sharia says. All right, let's continue.
shareecada islaamku waxay leedahay waxa waaye waxaa lagu qaangaarayaa calaamado la yiraahdo calaamadaha qaangaarka gabadhu haddii dhiig isku
If the girl has started menstruation at ages 9, 10 or 11,
iyadoo 9 sano 10 sano 11 sano jirto haddii dhiig caadi isku aragto way qaangaartay.
She had matured.
haddii uu riyoodo
Same with the boys if they have nocturnal emission. Do y'all hear this? So he said if a little boy has a wet dream, then that means he's matured now? Well, the good thing one little thing I'm thankful of, that it ain't even a level darker, because then you got the other cultures that will say, then that mean the little boy is able for them to enter the little boy. I haven't seen that. Now it's still unrighteous because it's abusing little girls. But another culture go even darker. They want to, that's the Hellenists, the Romans, that's who created Christianity. Come on, Bilal. That part. I ain't talking about the created the Safari Yah, the Hebrew, the Habara Yah actual manuscript. No. Where your Christian religion come from? The Hellenists, the Greeks, and the Romans, they said when they little boy, they after the, okay? All right. So anyway, he says same with the boys. If they have nocturnal emission, then that means they mature. The devil's a lie. Because they didn't have a wet dream. Let's continue. This is under their Sharia Islamic law of this part of the world in Africa.
ku aragto way qaangaartay. Sidoo kale wiilka haddii uu riyoodo oo isku arka asigana waxa waaye biyo uu isku arka asigana wuu qaangaaray. Asoon weliba
He said before the boys are even 15.
I wish a lot of people will share this video because a lot of individuals are still living in the dark. They don't know what is going on in the Islamic world, okay? All these Somalians crying about the new bill that was about to be introduced in Somalia are only citing their religion, their Islamic religion as the basis of their complaint. They are not saying that this is against their culture, even though it would be a disgusting culture, okay? Rather, they are saying that this is against the teachings of their Islamic religion. It is against Islam. We must fear Allah. We must always do what Allah says, okay? We must fear Allah. We must fear Allah. Sharia law supersedes the law of the government, okay? We must only listen to what Allah says. Therefore, since Allah has said that grown men can have intercourse with female children, then we must be allowed. We grown men, we grandfathers should be allowed to abuse these female children because that is what Allah commands. Just listen to their argument. Now, this is another Somalian talking about this issue. He's living abroad, according to him. He said he has lived in the UK for 10 years and he has lived in America for 10 years. And also, I just want to listen to what he has to say. Currently now, he's living in the West. I don't know which country he's living in, but I just want to listen to what he has to say because in this video he made, he captioned it, "The end is here." The end is here. So I just want to know about the end he's talking about. Let's listen to him.
Breaking news. This is huge. Somalia has gone left. Somalia has gone liberal. This is bad. This is really, really bad. Let me explain. With these new laws, Somalia will no longer be 99.9% Muslim. The government is pushing a new law of freedom of religion, meaning in the future you may see Somali Christians, Somali agnostics, Somali Jews, and even worse, Somali atheists. And they will also not be allowing marriages under the age of 18. So out with Islam and in with Western-made laws.
So this guy is against his country, Somalia, introducing a new law that gives Somalians the freedom to choose their religion. Mind you, this new law was immediately scrapped barely 24 hours after it was introduced. Now this guy says this means destruction for Somalia, and it means...
Thank you, Maya. I didn't know that. She said, they do abuse little boys. She says, especially in Afghanistan, they call it bakabazi. All right? All right. All right. This is horrible.
Is the end of Somalia. This is the same guy who is freely practicing his Islamic religion in the West. He doesn't live in Somalia.
And I know what you're saying too, Bilal, because that's what nations do, Doctrine of Men. They write their culture into their religion, right? Into the Quran or whatever. Same thing they did with making Christianity. Same thing, right? So that's why these things become doctrines of men. Okay? Absolutely.
Freely worships in a mosque. Who is freely practicing it was introduced. Now this guy says this means destruction for Somalia, and it means the end of Somalia. This is the same guy who is freely practicing his Islamic religion in the West. He doesn't live in Somalia. He freely worships in a mosque.
And it's like the same, because that's what they did even in our Safariyah book, for those who follow what they call the Bible, from over Biblos, Phoenicians, where the Hellenists, the Greeks claimed that, right? It's the same thing. And Bilal, in the Safariyah, what they call the Bible, they got these Christians now calling on the Lord God, Baal. Baal is a Nephilim half, and it's all about the sacrificing the babies, giving them over to the Valley of Hinnom, and the male boy, right? And we try to tell them, Bilal, I'm like, bro, but what do they say? Oh, well, English says the Lord, right? And I'm like, but when you study the manuscript, tell you to study, you show yourself approved, right? So it tells you, and all the books, all the history, it shows you that the Lord is Baal, and Baal is a fallen angel deity god that the ancients worship, right? And it's from the Mesopotamian, all of them, right? And it's like, that's the Lord. So they wrote that in there because it never said no Lord God, right? But they'll call on the Lord, right?
Four-letter name of a chief Canaanite god means Lord. David, when it's male, yes, E-A-A-F.
So then they show them in the public, right? The media, everything, they got to show everything. They show you that that's Baal. But we tell them and they don't care. So they got them literally saying Jesus, which Romans created, that's Zeus. Zeus is Lord. Jesus is Lord means Zeus is Baal. It's insane. It's like, wow. The delusion. And these serpents sit back and laugh because you look foolish. And then the problem becomes, once you learn the truth, they don't want to put it down. Yeah, come on. Hasatan playing. That's why I said they just laugh, Bilal. Just look at them, serving us with every word. And God, I'm going to bring that out. That's coming out probably Friday, right? And they're saying, God, Lord, this, and took the name, Most High's name out. Then the Oscar Virgin Converti said it can't be spoken. They call him Hashem, like the Hachum, right? They won't even say his name, right? And then they made up this tetragrammaton, and now you got some of us awakens saying Yahuwah, and don't realize that come from tetragrammaton. That ain't his name. And I'm trying to, so it's like everybody wakes up at a point, but then they want to hold on to that. They won't discard it. So now some will get offended because I'm like, I'm sorry, but Yahuwah is tetragrammaton. The book of Psalms does not say Yahuwah. Numbers does not say Yah. It's actually Yod, Hey, Vav, Hey, Yod, Hey. That's the Ashkenazi that they say with the Star of David say ain't the people because they took his name back. And I'll show that on the next time. But then they want to get mad at me. I don't care. I'm going to call on Yahoo. It's the same thing with the Christian. Then they want to get mad at the Christians saying they're going to keep calling on Jesus. But then you want to, oh, you can't make this make sense, bro. That's why for the new sisters that just awoke in the Latin princess her, and then the other ones who are starting to awaken, you have to keep your cup, and you have to keep being able to empty your cup because you're going to go through the process and you're going to learn things for that time, but then you're going to have to discard it later because it's a process. Praise the Most High when if he gets you right to the truth off the rip, then you got a chance to bypass, all of the mess. But the problem is the internet and our phones is a portal. So all the info, they're going to be sending you Instagram and TikToks, and it's going to go against what I'm saying. And then you're going to say, oh, well, the broad walls, they're all saying Yahoo, and Ushi, Yoshi, Yahoo, and all this stuff, and not understanding that's Canaanite, right? But anyway, I got to meet people where they at too, right? And so this offends people too. So you'll get some that'll unsubscribe because they like, well, I don't care about that. I know. It's like a good time. She said, all I know is Jesus, and Jesus is all I know, right? All I know is Yahoo, and Yahoo. And I'm like, I was saying it too. You understand? But again, everybody, it's okay. Just a journey. I just need y'all to understand, don't get locked into something. If you watch, I change because I found out that's not of the Most High. That's not of Yah. That's actually another doctrine of men that our wicked ancestors became one with the Akkadians. Fallen angel worship. So it's like, oh, so you stop there and you just stay there? The Bible says there's a parable of talents. The Most High calls us to continually increase, not stay stagnant. Still water becomes toxic. Stagnant water. Do y'all understand physics? Water that's still and doesn't have movement over time will become toxic. Okay? You have to be fluid. Mayam moves. Okay? All right. Now let me continue because I don't want to trigger people. Let's stay focused right where we at. All right, let's continue. And I got good. The timing is good. Good. I should have known this would take the whole study because I got more, but all right. So anyway, this will be good. All right, let's continue.
This is the same guy who is freely practicing his bed.
So now this dude,
right? Be 99.9% Muslim. The government is pushing a new law of freedom of religion, meaning in the future you may see Somali Christians, Somali agnostics, Somali Jews, and even worse, Somali atheists.
So he's upset because their parliament is pushing freedom of religion. I actually believe everybody should have the freedom to receive what you want, not have it forced on you. See, this is how you get tradition of men. The Most High has given us all free will. But when a system can say, no, this is the religion you're going to follow no matter what, make it illegal. And this fool ain't even in the country. He done fled, right? They kill me because they see these, they flee the place, but then act like the place is so righteous. So why are you in America? Why are you in the UK? Why are you somewhere else if it's so righteous? It's so hypocritical, okay?
And they will also not be allowing marriages under the age of 18. So out with Islam and in with...
Oh, so you over there, you want to smash little girls too? You little perverts?
Somali atheists. And they will also not be allowing marriages under the age of 18. So out with Islam and in with Western-made laws.
So this guy is against his country, Somalia, introducing a new law that gives Somalians the freedom to choose their religion. Mind you, this new law was immediately scrapped barely 24 hours after it was introduced. Now this guy says this means destruction for Somalia, and it means the end of Somalia. This is the same guy who is freely practicing his Islamic religion in the West.
Shalom, Sister Amanda. Welcome back, daughter of Yah, daughter of the Most High, daughter of God. I can speak your language as well. Shalom, Amanda.
He doesn't live
And
in
the Bible says, choose ye this day which you will follow. So we're supposed to have freedom of choice, free will, right? I don't believe in that man-made forcing something on you.
Islamic religion in the West. He doesn't live in Somalia. Somalia was introduced. Now this guy says this means destruction for Somalia, and it means the end of Somalia. This is the same guy who is freely practicing his Islamic religion in the West. He doesn't live in Somalia. He freely worships in a mosque in a Western country he resides in. Now he is happy that this Western country gave him the courtesy of, worshiping a religion he chose. He is happy that this Western country,
She just made a great point. Did y'all hear what she just said? She just said, this clown, because Brother Leonard, these be these sellouts, right? They so pro whatever country they come from by saying it from America. This part is nuts, right? They so pro Somali. I'm pro South Africa. I'm talking about those ones who be against Americans, right? Shout out to the righteous in all of these countries, the righteous remnant, right? I'm not generalizing. I'm talking about the ones, right? They talk all this pro they country or they land while they in the UK or in America. How you gonna be so pro? Yeah, these tethers is insane. How you gonna be so pro your country? Now the crazy thing, what the sister just pointed out, she said he's against the freedom to choose the freedom of religion in Somalia, while he came to America and he had the freedom to choose to serve Islam. He actually is utilizing the freedom of religion to serve his religion in America. He didn't come to America and they said, you have to be Christian. Do y'all see the hypocrisy in this? But then they try to, got on this white garment. It reminds me of the Israelites and all the other Christians. They got on their little costumes, right? They got on their, their fringes or whatever, right? And they got the costumes and they acting like they are religious. You're a straight hypocrite. You fled your country. You fled your culture. You fled the people. Now you are trying to dictate stuff that goes on there when you won't even live there. And you don't want the people there to have the freedom that you are exercising here in America and in the UK. The freedom of choosing the religion. Straight hypocrisy. She brought a great point. Good job, sister.
In a Western country scrapped barely 24 hours after it was introduced. Now this guy says this means destruction for Somalia, and it means the end of Somalia. This is the same guy who is freely practicing his Islamic religion in the West. He doesn't live in Somalia. He freely worships in a mosque in a Western country he resides in. Now he is happy that this Western country gave him the courtesy of, worshipping a religion he chose. He is happy that this Western country, has a law that gives people the freedom to choose their religion, okay? But he thinks that Somalia extending this type of law to her citizens would be the end of Somalia. How interesting. I hope the West is taking notes, by the way. You are now seeing how these Muslims are using your own laws against you. But they would never, ever accord you the same courtesy if the tables were turned. But let's hear what he has to say, because he's going to talk about child marriage pretty soon.
That was another interesting statement. She's correct. She says she hoped they're watching, because the same courtesy that they get when they come here and they got the freedom to choose religion, if we went there, we wouldn't have that freedom. They would make you, it's against the law to serve whatever their religion. Actually, a good point. All right, let's continue.
Not be allowing marriages under the age of 18. So out with Islam and in with Western-made laws. A lot of people think this is going to solve the problems. If your country is 100% Muslim, there's not a lot of problems in that country.
If your country is 100% Muslim, there is not a lot of problem in that country, says a Muslim who ran away from.
Did y'all hear that statement? He said they're trying to bring the Western thing to marrying, abolish marrying children, And if you're in a Muslim country, there's no problems. So why ain't you there? These hypocrites, boy, I swear.
Problems in that country.
If your country is 100% Muslim,
Solve the problems. If your country is 100% Muslim, there's not a lot of problems in that country.
if your country is 100% Muslim, there is not a lot of problem in that country, says a Muslim who ran away from his own country, his own Muslim country, to live in a Western nation. Somalia is 99.9% Muslim, yet Somalia is a war zone. It is a war zone. I can't even show you the horrid videos of how people are being killed in Somalia by Somalians.
Okay, sister, you can't show them the horror stories about Somalia, but I got your back, my African sister. Can. Copyright disclaimers are in effect. Y'all know Let's go. Copyright disclaimers.
Here we have Twitter, which we can follow the latest news, not internationally and locally.
We got hold of this footage the same night. There were 12 fatalities and over.
He said if it's 100% Muslim country, there's no problems. Copyright disclaimers are in effect. Let's see.
30 people injured. Located on the Horn of Africa, Somalia has been ravaged by civil war, piracy, Islamist terrorism, and famine since 1991. Over the past 30 years, there have been over 500,000 deaths.
Come on, Brother Leonard. You know what do. You know how we get down over here in this house. Let's go. Over 500,000 deaths. And this is black on black crime. Ain't no other nation of people. And these people over there, actually, that come over here, they say they ain't even black. All I see is blacks. Let's go.
Over the past 30 years, there have been over 500,000 deaths. In 1992, French politician Bernard Kouchner came to Mogadiscio and gave out bags of rice donated by school children.
Absolument envoyer des messages, du matériel. Ils n'ont pas de drap pour être enterrés. Ils n'ont pas de.
Come on, look at the children. Come on. He said it ain't bad. If it's a 100% Muslim country, then ain't no bad things happening. The devil's a lie. Somebody told them wrong. Welcome to the house of truth. You heard? The house of Yah, where we expose the whole truth, the truth, and nothing but the truth. Let's go.
De nourriture pour survivre.
Somalia has been under the control of the Al-Shabaab terrorist militant group since 2006. Their soldiers occupy almost 2/3 of the land and are threatening the city of Mogadiscio.
Now, this is the crazy part. Y'all see this? But they'll come over here and talk about they ain't black. Look, Ethiopia, Somalia, Kenya, this Africa, Madagascar, this Madagascar, this is Africa. This is Kush, ancient Kushite. This part.
Threatening the city of Mogadiscio. Their soldiers occupy almost 2/3 of the land and are threatening the city of Mogadiscio. Since they infiltrated the capital, bombings have doubled. They are responsible for thousands of Somali deaths.
Y'all hear this clown? If it's 100% Muslim country, then there's no problems. Ain't no problem. Not only are they smashing little 8-year-old girls and 9-year-old girls, I'm going to get back to that. I got receipts, right? But this part, I'm going to break it down and I'm going to show the truth. That sister said, well, I can't show you. I'm like, well, I could, sister. I got your back. Let's go.
Not only in Mogadiscio, but also in Nairobi, where 68 people died in an attack on a mall in 2013. Every day, hundreds of police officers use every means necessary to protect Mogadiscio from these terrorist attacks. We were given exclusive access to Mogadiscio's central prison, where terrorists are.
Come on, Jacob Castro. You see why they fleeing? Come on, Leonard. That's why they over here in Minnesota. That's why they over here talking crap about us blacks. we this and we savage and we don't got this and this and this and Islam is a beautiful country and you know what up? Sorry, not a beautiful country. Islam is this, and if it's an Islamic country, there's no problem. The devil's a lie. Bring it out.
About 50 to a cell.
50 to a cell. You don't want to go there. You definitely don't want to go there and go to jail.
Mogadiscio from these terrorist attacks. We were given exclusive access to Mogadiscio Central Prison, where terrorists are about 50 to a cell.
I'm sorry, did they come over there and talk about they ain't black? All I see is all black everything. I see one black Air Force One. That's all I don't see. Nothing but black and black. And they come over here, we're not black, I'm Somali, I'm not black. Right? They come over here and look down on us and all this crap while you fled your country. Oh, I'm going to show you what they fled.
A new generation of politicians, including the mayor of Mogadiscio, are risking their lives to try to restore law and order.
Political leaders are the top.
Look, that's the mayor. He looked like Leroy. I'm sorry, I just see all black everything. But we ain't got no culture. Well, look at this. Okay, well, I'm glad we ain't got this culture.
The emergency services don't have the funding to respond to every call. This often comes with horrific consequences.
And that cell ain't even the cell. Oh, we're so spoiled in America. Yes, 8 to a cell. It's insane. But ours is actually a cell. That cell they talking about 50 is a cave. It's like a hole in the wall. It's a hole. You do not want to go to jail nowhere else. That's why I'm good. I'm staying put. All right, let's continue.
It comes with horrific consequences. Despite intervention from the West, the residents of Mogadiscio are struggling more than ever in this city of chaos, ravaged by 30 years of conflict. The scars of war are visible on every wall of the city center. The old town is in ruins. Public services are barely functioning, and the economy is on the brink of collapse.
Look, now you see why they over here? So that clown is over here in America with his all-white suit on, receiving all the liberties and freedom to practice his Islamic religion while talking about everywhere where Islam is a kid, there's no problems. See all these lies? Oh, we can't let America's or the West culture to dictate we could marry these little girls and all this stuff.
The 2.5 million inhabitants of Mogadiscio.
Yeah, I know that's right, Tommy. Yeah, I'd rather deal with the devil I know than these devils I know. These more ancient devils I don't know.
And the economy is on the brink of collapse. The 2.5 million inhabitants of Mogadiscio are living from hand to mouth, working in small shops or on inner city livestock farming.
2.5 million living hand to mouth. Oh, they took me down on Facebook. We are having trouble streaming to Facebook. It might be an issue on Facebook it's possible that the stream was deleted off Facebook. Yeah. Well, say goodbye to Bilal. Bilal, you need to come over on YouTube. That's crazy work. Let me screenshot that. I'm glad it was a YouTube. First, I thought it was YouTube. I'm about to say, oh. I'm like, they be on me, bro. I tell y'all, bro, I just screenshot. They be on me something hard. All right, so There we go. All right, so let's continue. Well, Bilal, oh, you need to come over on YouTube. All right, so let's continue. They be on me, Brother Lenny. They do not play with this channel at all. I'll be getting videos of people that, like I said, got 500,000 views on the video. I put it up and they like, take it down. You igga of Yah, we know who you is. They know who I is. And the Most High, they don't let me get away with nothing. Right? That's why I can't even say words. And others like, well, everybody's saying it on the internet, not me. I'm saying it's a wrap. You're like, but you only got 3,000. That's why I only got 3,000 subscribers, because they making sure. You better know we would have millions. This is one of the most powerful channels on the whole internet. That's where the truth is. Raw and cut with no chaser. I ain't being braggadocious. I'm just telling the truth. Facts. That's why when people finally find us, they be like, where's this channel been under the shadow ban of the beast system? All right, let's continue. 2 million people living hand to mouth. And they over here fronting on us. All right, let's continue.
Are living from hand to mouth, working in small shops, or on inner city livestock farming. The 2.5 million inhabitants of Mogadishu are living from hand to mouth, working in small shops, or on inner city livestock farming. The average salary is just $2 a day, barely enough to buy the basics. More than two.
See, that's why they over here. $2 a day. You see the little girl with the head wrap? They're going to be coming for her. She look like she about 7, 8. Probably married. We're going to get back to it. Let's continue.
Thirds of the population are under
Let me show y'all a 10-year-old little girl married to a 70-some-year-old man.
25 years old. Most of the young people, the average salary is just $2 a day, barely enough to buy the basics. More than 2/3 of the population are under 25 years old. Most of the young people make their living through small jobs and dream of leaving the country someday. Mohammed is 22 years old. He makes his living driving this tuk-tuk. Thousands of these tiny taxis whiz around town. He'll sometimes work more than 20 hours a day. There's no public transport in the city. Mohammed lives in the city center. He shares this house with his mom, his 5 teenage brothers, and his sisters.
5 teenage brothers, sisters, moms, all together. Yeah, driving a tuk-tuk or a toot-toot or tuk-tuk or something.
Everything he earns is used to feed his family. As the oldest, Mohammed has become the head of the household before the age of 18.
أبيه wuxuu dhintay 2011 ii sheegay aan soo ilo quraacanayo macnaha ani asoo isla quraacanayni suuxiyo oo hoos soo degtay dagaal hoostaan ka socday asoo guriga soo fiiriyaayo xabad shaab ku dhiftay marka wadnii uu dhacday.
Mohammed had some of his childhood friends over when we were there. Having all grown up during the Civil War, violence has always been a part of their lives. For them, Europe represents hope for a better life. All the men tried to flee the country in 2016.
You see? But that dude over there with his little white linen on talking about any Muslims that live, it's a peaceful, right? Violence is all they know. They've been trying to flee. They all tried to flee when they were 16. They all want to leave. That's why they over here talking crap about us. Go back home. right? You fled your country. Now you want to come over here and take our rights and talk about us. And we built this country. So we built this, and our ancestors fought so you could go to the school and have the rights and the freedoms and go to college. But then you want to take that from us? Live from the lake of fire. Shout out to those Somalians or any people from any other countries that come over and have respect for the Americans here that have respect for ourselves. Because you got bad and good everywhere. Shout out to the righteous ones that came from these countries and respect our culture and the things that we created and built and got enslaved and murdered and unalive for, to build this country so you can have these freedoms and rights. Because if our ancestors didn't do it, you would be a slave. You wouldn't even come here. You would not want to come here. You'll come here and be shackled to we built this. We built America. Facts. That's the whole fact, nothing but facts. They want to come here and talk crap. And all right, let's continue.
They paid smugglers almost $7,000 for their escape. All took different paths, and all of them went through hell and back. Sultans do not receive a wage. To earn a living, Sheikh Garwane is a teacher at a Quran school. He is paid 180 euros a month.
So this is a sultan. He's a sheikh. Remember that first dude was crying about the little girl stuff? He was like, where are the sheiks? Sheiks, he's not paid a wage. He teaches to this elementary school. Watch.
In Somalia, you have to pay to go to school. The poorest Somalians learn to read at religious schools, which are free. The Quran is the only book that is studied.
The only book that is studied is the Quran. Do y'all see all these black kids? That's why I say they come over here and talk about they ain't black. That's insanity. That's all I see is black.
The children learn it by heart, using extracts painted on these wooden boards.
So all they can learn is the Quran.
The Quran is the only book that is studied. The children learn it by heart, using extracts painted on these wooden boards.
You see those pretty little girls? That's what they fought. They want to be raping these little girls. It's crazy work, man. It's the only thing they can learn.
If your country's 100% Muslim, there's not a lot of problems in that country.
If your country...
See, I clipped that. If your country is 100% Muslim, there's not a lot of problems in that country. See how I say the devil is a liar? He's a liar. Saying that from America.
If your country's 100% Muslim, there's not a lot of problems in that country.
If your country is 100% Muslim, there is not a lot of problem in that country, says a Muslim who ran away from his own country, his own Muslim country, to live in a Western nation. Somalia is 99.9% Muslim, yet Somalia is a war zone. Take a look at Pakistan. It is in shambles. Poverty is rampant. People are dying. Children are being exploited, both male and female. The economy is crumbling. Afghanistan is far worse. Syria is a death zone. Yemen has been crippled. Iraq is in shambles. Sudan is crying. They all have one thing in common: Islam. And it is their biggest problem. What a horrible lying piece of trash to say otherwise when he's living in a non-Muslim country and enjoying all the peace that comes with living there.
Come on, sister, drop it. I like this sister. She dropping it.
made laws. A lot of people think this is going to solve the problems. If your country's 100% Muslim, there's not a lot of problems in that country. Because that's the most important thing. Believe it or not, we're here to worship Allah. And that's it. What will happen is there will be polytheism practiced in Somalia, and also zina will be on the rise. This is upsetting a lot of Somalis because their culture will not be preserved after these laws. The end is definitely near. Question I have is, what's next? Will they legalize alcohol? Once you start adapting Western man-made laws, terrorists don't stop. And every single country that has these type of rules are absolutely degenerate. If you don't believe me, go check the stats.
He is mad.
So every country that don't live the way he's saying with his Muslim live is degenerate. That's why y'all see I went and grabbed the clip to show you how they live and where he come from, these liars. That should be illegal, honestly, for him to be able to say that, knowing that he came from that country and that's what's going on, right? The end is near. They want to smash little girls and all this crap. Why he's saying it from here? Honestly, I wish we could export him right on back.
What's next? Will they legalize alcohol? Once you start adapting Western man-made laws, terrorists don't stop. And every single country that has these type of rules are absolutely degenerate. If you don't believe me, go check the stats.
He is mad that his country of Somalia tried to abolish child marriage. He says marrying adults is a Western tradition, that the Islamic tradition is for adults to marry female children, and that all Westerners who marry adult females are degenerates. This is simply child exploitation, a violation of basic human dignity of these children. It should be a taboo, but the world is quiet about this. Take a look at these children who are...
All right, Hebrew Jamaican Coolie, if you can, watch this. It's right here. So right here, I want you to see this right here before you go to sleep. Now, this is going to show the actual children. Look at this clip. I'm about to show the 10-year-old married to an old man. Watch this.
Simply child exploitation, a violation of basic human dignity of these children. It should be a taboo, but the world is quiet about this. Take a look at these children who are allowed by an evil religion to be dehumanized and disrespected and put through hell by the men of their religion. These girls...
Now that little girl, she's probably like 12 or 13. She was pregnant on that table, right? Watch this.
Are legally allowed by their country and Sharia law, their Islamic religion, for the old men in their religion to destroy their lives, abuse them, torture them. It should be an abomination. The men should be stoned to death, but instead, they are rewarded. Their religion legalizes the suffering of these little girls and even criminalizes those of them who refuse to be abused and exploited. There is a popular saying in Somalia that says, Gabad amagod hakaga, jerto amagunti rag, which loosely translates to, a girl should either be married or in a grave. So if a girl refuses to be abused, she is as good as dead. What a religion. This is a young girl, a young female girl of 10 years old, married to a man more than old enough to be her great-grandfather. And as you can see, she is even pregnant.
Do y'all see that? That's the part. A 10-year-old little girl married to this man, 70 years old, and she's pregnant. Receipts. Receipts. That's what I want you to see, Jamaican Coolie, before you go off.
So if a girl refuses to be abused, she is as good as dead. What a religion. This is a young girl, a young female girl of 10 years old, married to a man more than old enough to be her great-grandfather. And as you can see, she is even pregnant. What a disaster. That man right there is her husband. They came to the market to purchase some items. My God. Oh, God, this is so disheartening. A pretty little child, a very beautiful baby with her future ahead of her. But the religion of problem just destroyed her life even before she turned 11 years old. Why is this allowed to happen in 2025? Why? Nobody is talking about the trauma these children go through, the pains they are subjected to when you force their extremely young body to go through a process it is not yet ready for. Processes like pregnancy. One of the most heartbreaking complications is obstetric fistula, which is caused by prolonged obstructed labor in a woman whose pelvis is too underdeveloped for safe childbirth. That can leave the girl leaking urine or feces. She will be socially ostracized and medically damaged.
So this disorder that happens to these young girls, a lot of them, that get this grown man entering in them, and then their bodies having to give birth when their bodies is not ready and developed, they lead to this disorder. And with the disorder, they're permanently scarred and they can leak feces and urine out. And so they become disgusting to the men and they discard them as trash. All right? This is their reality.
Underdeveloped for safe childbirth. That can leave the girl leaking urine or feces. She will be socially ostracized and medically damaged for life. Beyond that, being taken out of school, being placed into domestic servitude, losing opportunities, being vulnerable to violence is not what I would wish for on any child. This is not only happening in Somalia, it is happening all over the Islamic world. Anywhere you see Islam, it is happening there. And hey, it is pretty common. It is normal and it is acceptable among these guys. My heart is really, really heavy, extremely heavy, especially when I think about these little girls, okay? When I think about them being legally destroyed every single day. I hope the world gets rid of this evil. I really hope we see the end of this horror one day.
Alex. Shout out to Run Rock. All right, I told y'all that was heavy. And now they got some things going on, but I'm gonna do a closeout, right? So I'm gonna do my closeout. I'll touch on the next because I got if I start, my next thing will be another hour, 2 hours, right? So I'm gonna do my closeout. They let me share a screen. Perfect time to do our closeout. Stop share, right? Because I have more. Because I'm gonna go into. There's a big push for Muslims. Like this Muslim just became the mayor of New York. I'll do this next time, right? Because once I get started, I got a whole bunch of other clips that's gonna be crazy. So I'll save it for another show. Share screen. Let's do the closeout. Share. Tonight's lesson, Kanye's new handler exposed, right? I broke that down at the beginning, right? Now, this is our closeout, okay? Y'all know, the world stage, the theater. Yeah, this poor little, it's just insane. The Bible in Isaiah 5 says, woe unto them that justify the wicked for reward. The Safariyah says, what they call the Bible. And take away the righteousness of the righteous from him. Isaiah 5:23. Woe unto them that justify the wicked for reward and take away the righteousness of the righteous from him. See, so when society and culture excuses corruption or degradation or sin, shout out to Brother Credell, right? Or sin, that corruption, degradation, and sin becomes the culture. This is what I was telling Bilal. This is how the doctrine of men and religion actually becomes the culture of the land. It's when the society excuses this behavior, it becomes the culture. And Isaiah 5 says, woe unto them that justify the wicked for reward and take away the righteousness of the righteous from them. So these children will be raised into this culture of corruption. Do you understand? Because that's all they're teaching them. So with the Kanye, with the celebrities, celebrated entities, I'm going to go back and forth. Behind the headlines of these celebrities and the scandals is the real war of the mind, the body, the spirit, the soul and the next generation that will come up under this. Because when we as a people lose our moral clarity, our moral metronome, our moral tempo, we lose our moral courage to stand 10 toes down, Creedell, in spirit and in truth and morality and justice and righteousness. And when the moral courage of the people die, then exploitation becomes the tradition. It'll be a tradition of people exploiting one another. So when they look at the so-called Black Americans and they come over and they wonder, why are you in this condition? Why are you? Because the moral courage has been decayed. The clarity has been removed. And now exploitation is called tradition. So it becomes a civilization of crabs in the barrel exploiting one another for each's own individual gain. Come on. We see it playing out in these contracts that these artists be signing in these boardrooms. We see them sign their soul away to a contract that says, I'm going to push a culture that's going to make others sign their soul away. Right? We seen the parliament in Somalia debate whether a child can be called a wife. Right? A baby. So across the whole world, voices are rising and they're demanding, the righteous remnant is demanding protection for these babies. So the righteous are trying to raise the age of consent to at least 18, declaring that marriages must be the union of responsible adults. But as I showed y'all, they're rejecting the proposal. Proverbs 31 says, open thy mouth for the dumb in the cause of all such as are appointed to destruction. Proverbs 31:8. Open up your mouth, Unc. That's why I put in this ayah work. Open thy mouth for the dumb in the cause of all such as are appointed to destruction. My people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. If righteousness stays silent, then darkness proliferates. Then darkness becomes the law. Then darkness becomes the covenant. This ain't about culture. That's where they get it wrong. This is about conscience. It ain't about culture. It's about conscience. It's about morality. No tradition can justify the theft of the innocence of the baby. The Most High created and designed childhood as a sanctuary, not a commodity for them to use and barter and trade and use at they will, but a sanctuary so we call to cover the babies. Oh my goodness. Matthew 18:6. The Safariyah, what they call the Bible says, who shall offend one of these little ones? It were better for him that a millstone be hanged around his neck and that he would drown in the depths of the marine kingdom. That warning still stands, Leonard. Oh, for the righteous remnant? Okay, the punk. For the righteous remnant, we stand for morality and spirit and in truth. No, it stands for the righteous remnant. This part. Who shall offend one of these little ones? It were better for him that a millstone were hanged around his neck than whether he would drown in the depths of the sea. Around the world, some of the righteous are calling out, demanding that they stop these ancient old devil practices. Marriage should be only for those who have reached the actual age of maturity, real maturity where their physical bodies have developed. Love should only be when there is an actual consent, not by decree or order. Union only when there is an equality before the Most High. It's not a rebellion. It's a restoring back to decency, morality. Psalms 82:3 says, defend the poor and the fatherless, do justice to the afflicted and the needy, deliver the poor and the needy, rid them out of the hand of the wicked. That's why I follow the Safari Yah. You want to know why I follow the Safari Yah and not no Christian Bible or Canaanite from the Council of Diddy, Nicaea, whatever? I follow the Safari Yah because it's a book of instructions and it talks about it all. It warns and it gives us the righteous commands and what to follow. I don't follow tradition of men. Psalms 82, defend the poor and the fatherless. Do justice to the afflicted and needy. Deliver the poor and needy. Rid them out of the hand of the wicked ones. The Most High has never blessed bondage. He has never blessed bondage that they disguise as culture or custom. The Most High gave humanity stewardship, not ownership over one another. Never. Deuteronomy 24:16 says, the father shall not be put to death for the children, neither shall the children be put to death for the fathers. Every man shall be put to death for his own sin and transgression. Each soul answers for itself. Come on, Leonard. Each soul answers for yourself at the judgment. Proof that moral accountability belongs to the mature. So we are to raise and protect and cover the children until they can have the accountability and responsibility to make mature decisions. Protect the babies. You see how I'm breaking down tonight's lesson, how deception recycles itself. You see, it remakes it, it puts it in a new image. In entertainment, it sells immorality as art. You see, just deception recycling itself. In politics, it legislates immorality as culture or heritage. You see, it's just deception recycling itself. But righteousness has never been popular. Let me explain again. I'm going to say it again. Righteousness ain't never been popular. It has only been powerful. This part. Righteousness won't ever be popular, but it'll always be powerful. This part. Jeremiah 22:3. Execute ye judgment and righteousness, and deliver him that is spoiled out to the hand of the oppressor. Oh yeah, we watched this Safari Yah, Brother Leonard, what they call a Biblos, a Biblia, and we watched this Safari Yah. Execute judgment and righteousness and deliver him that is spoiled out of the hand of the oppressor. See, when a people protects the young, that's when that nation or people prospers. The Most High's blessing to be over them. When it profits from the pain of the young, that's when it perishes. It'll fall. History proves it. All civilizations fell. Not that they didn't have soldiers, not that they didn't have money, not that they didn't have power, not that they didn't have influence in kingdom, but for the lack of their moral decency. Rome fell, Babylon fell, Egypt fell, Greek, Hellenists fell. All them kingdoms will topple because when a nation protects the young, the Yah blesses it and it prospers. I got proof, Leonard. Babylon had temples full of luxury. All the greatest gardens and the greatest palaces. God. Rome, they had arenas and kingdoms and gladiators and Olympians full of lust and idol worship. Gone, all collapsed. When corruption is legalized and innocence is slaughtered and used as entertainment, then it will fall. It will all fall down. This part.
Turn your mic down.
I'm doing it. Thank you. it will all fall down. Sorry, I'm getting louder than I even want to. I tried to. Praise the Most High. I'm almost complete. Now, the book of Hosea in 4 says, there is no truth, nor mercy, nor knowledge of the Most High in the land. By swearing and lying and killing and stealing and committing adultery, they break out. Hosea 4:1. See, this ain't nothing newer than the sun. Our book of instructions, our manuscript, the Sefer Yah, explains how we are to survive and be moral in this dark second world. See, mercy will always still call out. See, the Most High raises up a remnant of reformers in every age. He raises up people who are going to stand between the law and going to stand between love and going to say enough with the darkness. We're going to give Caesar what's Caesar's as long as it don't go against the law, against the commandments of the righteousness of the Most High. A remnant's going to always stand. Mercy and truth, and protect the babies, protect the earth, protect the young, because the whole earth is crying out for the righteous remnant to stand in righteousness. Let your light be light of the Most High, not dark light. The book of Romans in 6 says, being then made free from sin, you become servants of righteousness. Mercy will always call out. You understand? We's going to always raise up through every age a remnant of his children who stand for righteousness. And they will always be the ones who remember that true freedom requires self-control, self-acknowledgement, responsibility, that rights and laws without righteousness turn to ruin. Romans 6:18, being them made free from sin, you became the servants of righteousness. See, freedom and responsibility share the same metronome, the same heartbeat. So when the news reports are starting to debate these people making these TikToks over the age of marriage, nah, they can miss me. That ain't distant politics. This is prophecy being measured out. Every law reveals the actual soul of the people, okay? If a society does not protect its children, then its future is already damned. It's already damned. It's already orphaned. Psalms 127 says, children are a heritage of the Most High Yah, 127:3. See, the righteous remnant, we must rebuild the morality, rebuild what the powerful serpents neglect. We got to teach the young minds of the children their worth before the world sells them their soul for a price. They sell them to sell their soul for mammon. Teach the minds of the children who they are in the Creator, their righteousness. Teach the sons to be honorable, right? Not to be hunting for selfish gains, but to be honor. We have to teach the daughters to discern, not for disparity, not the worship of the flesh and the body in the temple, to discern their purity and their respect, their relationship with the Creator. Because purity is not weakness. They'll teach you that it's weakness. That's why I was like, I said, okay, y'all, you didn't soften me up. You didn't make me weak. I said, this is good. I remember in my process of him changing me, I said, you didn't water me down. I'm like, this is actually good, y'all, because the world is so dark. Thank you, Yashala, y'all. The world is so dark that these children ain't going to receive me if I'm weak. They would receive me if I'm still unk from the unk ain't a punk, still unk from the block, still like ain't nothing changed. They can receive, so that means they can be righteous and not weak, because I ain't weak. It's actually harder to come out of the sin. It's actually weaker to fall for my to cave into my emotions, right? That's actually weaker. It's harder to die to the flesh. It's harder to put it down. That's actually stronger. And I said, okay, y'all, I see what you're doing. So you're not going to make me water down? He said, nah, you're going to be raw and cut with no chaser, but you're going to have balance and you have to control. But I need you to be a living testimony. I need them to see, because these babies ain't going to respect nothing else. This world's going to get darker and darker. Purity is not weakness. It is wisdom that is preserved for its proper time. Y'all hear that? Purity is not weakness. Purity is wisdom that is preserved to be used at its proper time. 1 Timothy 4:12, let no man despise thy youth, but be thou an example of the believers. Marriage is a covenant that the Most High created. Marriage is a covenant between two mature souls reflecting on the union of the creator to the creation. You are marrying your husband and wife, and both of you are becoming a one union, one body that becomes the bride to the groom, the bridegroom to the bride to the groom. So you and your wife become one body, ahayad, and that's why the marriage, I got that on my lesson. Y'all go look on my videos on this channel and look at the marriage, where it truly is not the ceremony and the doctrine of men where you go marry Caesar and the beast and get a marriage contract. No, true marriage from the beginning. Adam and Eve ain't go before no court. It's the union between you and your souls becoming one, and then you becoming one and marrying the two of you, marry the Most High. That's the true marriage. It's a union. Do you understand? It's a covenant of two mature souls reflecting the union of the Creator with the creation. Anything else turns into a ceremony, a transaction. They turn the sacred union of the marriage covenant between us and the Most High into a transaction, and they call it that, a contract, a corporation, a marriage. That's why you got to go get divorced with the system, and it involves legality and money. It's a ceremony, a doctrine of men. And now they're marrying these babies. No maturity. Hebrews 13 says, Hebrews 13:4, marriage is honorable in all, and the bed undefiled, but whoremongers and adulterers, the Most High Yah will judge. So we got to rewrite the script for this generation. We got to rewrite it not to modernize morality, but to restore morality. We got to fight for the legalization, to legislate the protection of the babies. We got to build as individuals to keep spreading the righteous truth so that communities can teach respect, okay, over popularity. And every parent has to guard the gate of childhood as it is holy ground. Proverbs 22 says, remove not the ancient landmark which thy fathers have set. It is the landmark of purity. It's not whack, it's not weak, it's not old-fashioned, it's eternal purity. They become profane. They replace purity with profane. So they went around and want to be naked and showing off and everything, and makeup and cake up and looking like sirens and serpent seeds. Purity is not old-fashioned. It's eternal. And to every influencer, to every rapper, to every leader, minister, Hebrew, Christian, Muslim, whatever you is, who actually hear this video through the shadow ban, your platform is not your purpose. Your platform is not yours. You need to use whatever reach that the Most High allow you to have to defend the voiceless, not distract them. You are to use this platform to expose injustice, not make excuses for it. not to monetize off of it. For the eyes of the heavens, the Shamayam, is watching everything that you do. It's being recorded, and you will answer for it. And it will be amplified. Everything you do. Matthew 25:40 says, in as much as ye have done it unto the least of these, my brethren, you have done it unto me. Come on, Leonard. Yah's telling them, they better listen. You have done it to the least of these. Yah said you have done to me. It is going to be amplified when you get to that judgment. See, the Most High is calling this generation to maturity. Stand up. Come on, maturity. Not just in physical years, but in wisdom, in morality, in righteousness, in heart. We have to end the monetary commerce of innocence. They've been slaughtering the innocents and selling the innocents. In the money, the monetary commerce of selling innocence, in the silence of complicity, you're compliant in these practices, in the cycles that treat our children as currency, and treating purity as like history. Ephesians 5:11 says, have no fellowship with the unfruitful works of darkness, but rather we are to reprove them. So let this lesson tonight be a word coming from the Most High himself, a vow, the vow of the righteous sign of the current times, the sign of the call out of the Most High to guard the young, guard the babies, stop the dark practices, honor the marriage union as a covenant between two adults and the Most High, to keep faith, amayat, not as a commodity to be bought and sold, to keep it sacred, to keep the innocence of the children untouched. Because the same Aliyah, the same creator who judges exploitation, he also restores to purity. And when we as a people choose purity over profit, the Bible says he rebuilds their land. Your land is your temple, your presence. Isaiah 58:12, they that shall be of thee shall build the old waste places, and they shall be called the repairers of the breach. Welcome to the house of Yah, the repairers of the breach. The breach can be repaired. The contracts that they make can be canceled and repented for. The world has a chance at redemption if we remember that righteousness, purity, begins with how we treat the helpless, okay, in our actions. And the children of Yah is the real revolution, the children of the Most High. The revolution is not fame. The revolution is not fortune. The revolution is restoration, Jacob Castro. And the children of the Most High, the remnant, is the revolution. We are the restorers of the breach. And our job is to bring purity, righteousness back into this dark second world and protect the babies. Praise the Most High, his holy name and his rightful order. This has been our lesson tonight. Kanye's new handler exposed. And what they're doing in the name of Islam to those babies. We rebuke it all. Thank you, Hakyama, for your assistance. I humbly thank you. Thank you, Elder Yahya Zahn, for your covering. Thank you, young Elder Yasha, for your covering. Thank you, House of Yah, for covering anybody that was new here tonight. and covering the lesson in a lot. Thank you, Yah, for exposing all this darkness and giving us this word that you allow us to bring out tonight. May the Most High cover and bless you all. I'll see y'all Friday when we continue in exposing the creation of Christianity from the actual Sephara Yah, Habara Yah, original Hebrew pictograph manuscript, book of instructions, how they stole and created a dark doctrine of men. Praise the Most High, his holy name, his rightful order. Everybody get y'all some rest. Go forth and be the light. Shout out to the UK waking up. Sorry we ain't going that long. We closing out. I got more parts, but we'll do that another time. May the Most High cover and bless you all. From the house of Yah to y'all worldwide, peace and blessings of the Most High. Go forth and be the light. Remember, purity is not weak. It's eternal. Remember that. Shalom, everybody worldwide. Shalom means peace and blessings of the Most High unto you. We'll see you on Friday Eastern Time around 9 something. Around 9 something, about 9:10 or something. All right, Shalom. House of Yah. Shalom, everybody worldwide. Praise the Most High's rightful name in his holy order.
He adds secures and hooks us tight. A gift from Yah, eternal life. He sent his son a sacrifice to show how much he loves us. You are loved, you are loved. You are loved, you are loved. You are loved, oh, you are loved. You are loved by Yahuwah.
Praise Yah.
Praise Yah. Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Bible study every Tuesday, 8 p.m. We having a Zoom Bible study. I'm gonna put email me for the link.
I'm a lion of the tribe of Judah. Say it again. You are the precious chosen people of the Most High.
We hope you have a good time watching our videos, and we'll see you in the next video.
And we'll see you in the next video. So like and subscribe.
Our channel.
Yeah.
We are the true Hebrews. We are the true ones that fulfill Bible prophecy and scripture.
He